Welcome, everyone, to Constructed Chaos, where we run our D&D live streams every single Wednesday and Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And tonight, we are here with another episode of Wake of AO. It's been a little over a month since we ran our episode 1, and I have been itching to get back to this because I get to be a player tonight, thanks to my lovely DM brother, Sam. Brother. Thank you guys for joining us. We've already got quite a few people here in the chat, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention our good friends over at Tabletop Beard. Tonight, they've sent us the Bard Beard Oil, which smells like vanilla, coffee, and maple glaze. We don't technically have a bard in the group just yet, but
maybe after the time skip?
Maybe after the time skip that's coming. We'll see. If you guys want to get some magical secrets for yourselves, use code CHAOS20 to get 20% off of your entire order at Tabletop Beard's website. Link is in the description below. And also, while you're checking out our stream here, have a look at the comment we picked up from last session. Love that my ship name suggestion called the Codfather won the ship poll.
Yeah.
It made my night for the Codfather. Thank you, Dracula Tepish. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream and for your awesome comment. I really love that name. I'm glad it made it through. And thank you, XIVM, for 5 gifted memberships. So good to see you here in the chat at the beginning of yet another campaign. We can't wait to get things started with all of you. Welcome in friends that may have just been gifted memberships. Feel free to use your chaos points to your heart's content tonight. The items are turned off for tonight because we are at a pretty low power level right now. We'll maybe turn some of that on later, but
we will in later sessions. Just not
we
right
will definitely be using the rolls and chaos. So if you want to redeem some rolls to help us out, and possibly even redeem chaos to either hurt or help, feel free to do that. I think that's and check out our friends over at Darkport. They run every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. They ran a great session last night, and they actually cracked 100 concurrent viewers. So maybe we need their help. Send them our way. No, it's fine. Their link is in the description below if you want to check them out. Again, amazing content. They stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. But I think that is just about everything.
Real beautiful beam footage.
Yeah, you're here. You can say it.
Where's the button?
As a night of cheerful celebration revels within the Red Herring, the sounds of liquor-fueled stories, each more preposterous than the last, dance across the tavern. However, just outside, the wind whipping ever faster through the streets regales a more ominous story. A tale of a storm that took the lives of 2 Surfcaster citizens. As the gusts howl through the air, some are left pondering. Can we ever truly learn from the mistakes of the past, or are we doomed to repeat them?
Welcome back.
Where'd they all go?
They're all gone. All the voices, they're gone.
We are starting this session after a night of merriment in the Red Herring, as everyone finds their way back to their respective beds for the night. We have most of our players are from this town and have homes, and those who aren't have beds at inns, unless it's Bungie, who's probably just going to sleep in the bar again.
Right. As you do.
But Pi and Nanook do live together.
What's up, buddy?
Boom.
And so we find them settling in for the night, and as they drift off into sleep, we're gonna peek into their dreams for a second as the wind is blowing ever faster outside in their home that's a little bit worse for wear, probably able to hear the weather.
I've done all I can to keep it not from falling apart.
Put so much mud on the walls.
Which you would think would help, but it just rots the wood. No. So as they drift off, we're gonna venture into. We're gonna do something a little weird, and I'll preface it right now.
Weird.
You guys are going to have the same dream from different perspectives.
Okay.
So we're going to start with Morgan's dream.
Okay.
And then we're going to change some stuff over there. We're going to move to Alex's dream. So, Pi, you fall asleep. And you've had this dream many times before. But in recent years, it's been less frequent. But you gather because of the storm and everything that's been going on. Might be kind of bringing up some not so nice memories and kind of sparking this nightmare once again. You wake up, or not wake up, you find yourself in your baby pool where you spent your life from egg to tadpole to fully grown grung as you are now when you finally walked out of the pool. You find yourself freshly hatched as a little tadpole, and a crash of thunder startles you as you begin to kind of panic. Your mother's hand breaches the top of the water and kind of soothes you and caresses you. You have trouble making out exactly what she's saying in the water and being such a newly born tadpole, but her tone is reassuring and it kind of puts you at ease for now. And as you're taking in the warmth of your mom's reassuring hand, there's a dull thudding as you see a familiar silhouette of someone much taller than your mother suddenly stand, breaching the edge of the pool, and their silhouette is now visible to you. But again, kind of hard to make out. The figure is frantically kind of looking around. Your mother's hand leaves the pool, and she moves to reassure this person, who kind of settles themselves and shuffles off out of view from you, kind of skulking lower past the pond. You gather maybe
hearing like muffled.
Yeah, maybe hiding. Well, now that you hear a muffled sound of your father saying something, and then another much louder thud and crashing noise as two more large silhouettes breach your view from your pool. Your heart kind of begins to race as they're unfamiliar to you and they seem to be looking for something. As you hear a third figure who you can't quite see yet, and it's a voice you don't recognize, but it's high-pitched and almost like whiny sounding. You're like, that kind of noise, and your mother and father are also conversing, and you hear their voices back, struggling to quite make out what they're talking about. But eventually the whining voice starts to get louder and closer to your pond until you see there's just the head of their silhouette kind of breach your pool as you realize that they must be a smaller statured person, similar to a grung size, but definitely not a grung. Doesn't have those bulbous eyes on the top of their head, more humanoid. And their hand enters the water. And you see their head turn away from the pond as their hand is in the water. And you hear your father's voice as he rushes abruptly to the side of the pool, only to be thrown back by this person with a single hand. As they take their hand back out of the pool and leave your view, you see your mother being lifted up by the head, by the top of the head. One of those larger silhouettes just grabs your mother and lifts it up.
Fuck.
Shit.
Yeah. And your heart starts to pound. You're feeling this intense weight. Your pool almost seems to be getting deeper and deeper as you hear that whiny voice once again. You can't quite make out what he says, and again, you've had this dream before, and you're almost just like willing it to move faster because you know how it ends. You know where it's going. Only this time, you begin to make out something. You start to hear the words of this person that you've never met before or seen since this incident. You start to hear their words take shape. Where is the Oni? Where the Oni voice. Where is the Oni? Where's the Oni? Where's the Oni? And as these voices start to resound and rumble, your pool grows even deeper and deeper and deeper as your chest feels like, even though you're a small tadpole, it feels like there's an elephant sitting on your chest, and your parents become further and further away. Your mother's flailing, trying to break free of this large creature. Until suddenly, she's put down. Two large silhouettes leave. You don't hear the whining voice anymore. That weight doesn't let up, but it does sit. And there's a quiet for a moment. And you're left to ponder, why are you hearing these words now? Who is the Oni? What is the Oni? What did this person want? Why were they talking to your parents? And your concentration is broken as the familiar large silhouette breaches your view again, now that you're deeper into this shallow pool, but in your dream state. It's stretched miles long. You hear some muffled talking, and then the giant silhouette leaves. Your parents move around the room quickly, gathering things, rushing out of the door. Your mom waits a moment, puts her hand in the pond to reassure you and, say that we're going to be right back, as she usually does. And you try to swim up to meet her hand, but the pool keeps stretching further and further. You're trying to get to her. You're trying to get closer and closer because you know that if they leave this house, they don't come back.
Hands are sweaty. Fuck is that?
And now you get to put on some noise-canceling headphones.
The characters might be speaking, Alex.
Yeah, I just realized.
Yeah, from Monday.
Oh.
I think it said out loud, "Why is Alex wearing glasses?" Because I think he's still
I think I fixed it
piloting.
now. That should be
Yeah.
fixed.
Yeah, he's his brother.
Yeah, someone was like, "Wait, okay, sorry, I'm new to the channel. Are they brothers?" Everyone's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Grim, I didn't want to interrupt, but thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships, man. Good to see you. Glad you could make it tonight.
Yeah. Sorry for
No
the
items tonight, but
Yeah, no
dice are on all the time. So is chaos.
Yeah, you can use your money for chaos.
Nice and chaos. So, let me.
Sam asked me whenever he came in, he was like, "Hey." Oh no, I can't talk now.
Yeah, I was like, can you? I asked her hey, can you put these on? Can you hear? Because as you all saw, this long bit was Pie's perspective of the events, but now we're gonna move to the Nook's perspective of the events.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit more interaction should you want. I left things more vague on that end.
I'll do whatever I can.
So, you similar. I can't say it.
Similarly,
Similar.
you get tripped up on that too. That's how I know we're brothers.
These noises and sounds of the wind whipping outside kind of cause you to toss and turn at night. Not because of the wind, but kind of what they represent, what memories they bring to mind. As you are all of a sudden, as you drift off to sleep, sitting, having dinner with Loop and Rue, Pie's parents, enjoying the meal, kind of conversing low, and you hear a rippling from the water as thunder strikes outside. And Loop walks over, lays a hand in the water and says, "Oh, honey, don't worry. Nothing terrible will happen to you as long as we're here."
The storm's getting bad.
Rue says, "Yeah, it's coming down quite hard out there. I think there was talks about evacuation soon."
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah. And just then you hear a knocking at the door. You jolt up from your chair and you look worried, looking around, and Loop walks up and puts a hand on your chest and kind of a finger to her mouth and gestures you over to the corner.
Okay. I move over to the corner. I have a feeling in the back of my mind that this is probably, given the talks about evacuating, this could be just a village person coming to get them. But better safe than sorry. I move to the corner and I actually suck my limbs in. I will fully withdraw.
Yeah, and there's a little spot that they've put into their kitchen cupboards where you are actually able to get into a cupboard and shut the door, and it's hidden quite well from any prying eyes. You hear Rue call out, "Hello?" as the door begins to creak open. When it's slammed open by someone you don't see, but you definitely recognize their voice the minute he talks. "Oh, pardon me, I must not know my own strength." As you hear two more sets of footsteps behind him that you know aren't his, for this man is quite small, a gnome in fact. You hear two more footsteps behind him. You gather his muscle. He says, "Kite, please be sure to make sure and shut the door behind you." As Kite rips the door off its hinges by mistake and kind of leans it up against the opening, shooting Rao a commanding look. Again, I have this in here, but you wouldn't know that.
I mean, I'm definitely, I feel like I know these individuals well enough that I could be, even from within my cabinet, just hearing this, I'm probably picturing a lot of what's happening. And I will say, although I'm holding fast, I imagine there have been discussions prior to this moment, but it is taking everything for me not to leave my spot.
It might be a little bit of solace, and maybe this dream isn't so much one of there's nothing you can do to help them in this moment, but one more of guilt, putting this in this situation. And you know that if you were to step out, that would only solidify
their fate.
Yeah, their fate. Whereas right now they kind of have more plausible deniability. So Rue kind of croaks back up. "What's the meaning of this? Who are you, and why have you barged into our home at such an hour?" "Oh, pardon me. I meant you no ill, good sir. I am Mur, and these are my associates, Kite and Taku. They work for me in my financial department. They've recently found some discrepancies, we'll say, along with another employee of mine who's gone missing. And we believe that employee might have fled here, to your home of all places." Rue kind of pipes back up. "Well, that doesn't explain why you've broken my door and startled my wife and child. I know nothing of this employee, and I kindly ask that you leave before breaking anything else." "Oh, Rue, I wish you wouldn't lie." As you pick up that Mur's intel might be a little bit better than he led on, given that Rue has not given his name yet. This is a moment that you've thought back on many a time, that in the moment you may not have noticed, but after the fact you should have taken as a sign. You hear some rippling of the water as Mur says, "You see, we've had some of our workforce looking for this employee in town, and many of your neighbors have said that they saw someone fitting their description in this very home."
I know this is a dream, and I imagine I'm probably, paralyzed to some degree. But reliving this experience, wishing it for it to be different, I think I'm probably trying to undo my withdrawal.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
See how good you can push through.
That's a low roll. I think I'm gonna take a chat roll. I'm gonna take one of the 10s for a total of 12. It's pretty middling, but I think
you managed to poke your head out of your shell, and you reach for the door, and similar to Pie's Pond, the door frame begins to shrink out of reach. And you take the rest of your limbs out of your shell, and you start crawling towards this door, and it just keeps getting further and further away. You rolled just a little too low to try to break through this nightmare, and now you're left feeling even more hopeless, and less like you're reliving, and more like you never could have helped them.
I imagine Nanook is not used to feeling weak, but he does. In this
Powerless.
one. Yeah.
So as you hear the rippling of water, Mer says, "We wouldn't want anything to happen to your dear child." As you hear the flapping of footsteps that you gather is Rue running to Mer, and you know, not a good idea.
Yeah.
As Mer throws him back, you hear the clashing outside. You hear Loop, "Oh, oh, no, no, no!" as she's flailing and slapping at something, and you gather she might be being held aloft by one of the muscle that Mer has brought. As Mer says, "I've been nice. I've been courteous. And you attack me. You have 3 days to tell me where the Oni is. If you don't, I will be back. I will kill your wife and your child in front of your eyes. I'm being generous on this day. Don't make me come back unless you've got news for me." He snaps his fingers. You hear everyone beginning to leave. You hear the door being lifted and set roughly back into place. It's all quiet. You hear Loop speak up. Rue, are you okay?
Hearing them speak amongst themselves now, I am rushing out.
All of a sudden, the door slants towards you, and you bust out of the door, tumbling out. You stand up.
Where are they?
I don't know. They left.
This is wrong. You don't deserve this.
No, we knew what we were getting into when we took you in.
I don't care. This wasn't your burden.
Well, it is now. Like it or not, we're in this.
Certainly wasn't her burden. And I point to the pool.
She's okay. And she will be okay. We will protect her. We will protect you.
You can't. Not from this.
We just have to figure something out. If they're going to be evacuating in a few days anyway, we can sneak out in the chaos.
I know how to take care of problems like this.
You can't go out there. It's too dangerous. The storm will get you.
I know that. But maybe they don't. I'll lead them away. And I'm walking out of the door.
Rue tries to stop you, but you gather his leg might be injured as he kind of falls, and Loop, "Oh, honey, no, don't hurt yourself too much." And then she tries to walk after you and kind of stumbles off to the side from having her head squeezed and being held aloft by her neck. She's a little off balance.
I'm nothing of a doctor.
Yeah.
So I don't pay much mind to them, especially knowing that time is likely of the essence. I move the door out of the way as the wind and rain begins to swing into the room itself. I pause only briefly with my own large body sort of blocking the elements from reaching the inside. I turn back to them and I do appreciate everything you've done.
As you step through the door, you find yourself back in the room. Only this time, it's been ravaged by the storm. You feel rain on your face. The ceiling has nothing left to it. The elements are open. You're looking over the ruins of this home, wondering what of it is the storm damage and what of it is Murr and his goons looking for you. By this point, the news is known to you that Loop and Rao have passed in the storm.
I brace myself against the door frame, and knowing now that there's nothing left here, I don't even attempt to block the elements from reaching the inside of this home. I drop to my knees, and I imagine my face is wet enough that you can't tell, but I'm definitely shedding tears.
As you look up, welcoming the elements in, you realize it is a sunny, clear day. It wasn't raining to begin with. As you wipe your tears from your face that have been streaming since you stepped into this room, you turn to leave, but you hear a ripple at the pond.
I'm slow to approach, almost scared of giving myself any ounce of hope. I had just assumed that they destroyed everything and made good on whatever promise they delivered. But I definitely want to cautiously move over and slowly look into the pool.
As you look into the pool, you see a hardy red tadpole rearing with as much life as the last time that you saw them. Not so much the skittish, scared of thunder being that they were before. You gather that something in the storm or the ransacking of this house, no matter what it was, hardened this little one.
I dip my hands into the pool, and I'm slow to reach out and touch, because I know what these hands have done. I know what they're capable of.
That hurts.
And because of that, perhaps, I feel like maybe I can make up for all that history.
Yeah.
Am I hearing this?
You are tossing and turning in your nightmare, and you wake up to a hand on your shoulder, and you wake up to your hand on Pi, as you've instinctively, in your sleep, gone to reassure Pi, who was having a nightmare.
You seem to be having a rough dream there.
The same one as always.
She's not faring any better in your dreams then. I'm sorry. And that's tough.
Thank you for always helping.
You know, Pi, I don't feel like I'm owed thanks. I owe your parents thanks. Well, I care deeply for you. I do this for them too.
Shh. As you remember something else in this moment.
Okay, I was tearing up. I hear $1 billion.
As you, in this moment, remember that you've kind of hung on to something all this time, something that you found in that room that day long ago, that you think might be time to give back to who it belongs.
I move over to my belongings, seeing that, all this time has passed and you're still having these dreams.
I was waiting until you were old enough to take care of this. It seems like, based on yesterday, you've grown into quite the amazing woman. I think your parents would want you to have this.
I'll hold out a small box. As I open it for you, you can see within is a small circular pendant in the shape of a frog's head with two little eyes. There's a turnkey at the top. and I put it into your hands.
I have something for this in my office.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So while you get it, I'll explain that.
Daniel Struve, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I just want to jump in and say that. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Really intense emotions tonight.
When you open it and you go to remove the turnkey from its spot that I gather you probably haven't touched since you found since you found it, something falls out and tumbles to the ground, and it's got it's a small pipe with a piece of paper wrapped around it.
Oh.
I
Little
won't be
froggy
able to hold
rings.
him, but my mama passed in December, and she historically wore the weirdest fucking earrings. And whenever we went through her stuff, I found these frog clip-on earrings and was like, I have to have them.
Yeah.
And so you just gave me something, and I was like, wait, I have the perfect thing.
So like
This one's
episode 2 is pretty soon. for this.
It might be tight, so be careful. Yeah.
Meditative music and sad stuff.
It was some nice rain. I was listening, or water sounds.
Yeah.
I'll pick up the small pipe that fell out and inspect it.
Yeah. So
Look at it.
as you unwrap the paper, you find you remember that Rao was one to smoke a pipe now and again. But this one you don't recognize as one that he ever smoked, at least while you knew him. And as you unwrap the paper, I just pinged you what you find on the paper.
Okay.
If you'd like to share that or not. And then now you have your
to
clockwork
myself.
magic item.
My thingy.
Yeah, I forget what exactly. Clockwork amulet or brooch or something like that.
I think it's a brooch. I don't think I put it in here, but I texted you about it, so I'll find it.
Yeah.
But I also knew I had these, and I was like, "That's perfect."
So
I have to
there-
get them fixed.
So there's your magic items for everyone at home. The dream was gonna happen regardless, but this is just a fun way to give them their starting magic items that they have.
I kind of look up from the pipe and I turn to Pi. Aren't you gonna play it? I haven't listened to it yet myself.
I don't
I think it should
remember
work.
what the item is, so I'm scrolling through.
So
my
we've
text.
flavored it as a music box. It is the item itself is not that. So Alex is having you play the music box.
Yep. I was like, I'm scrolling through my text right now.
Yeah.
I'll open it up and play it.
As you pop it open, you realize that the sort of frog face as it
You.
opens up is like basically its mouth, and you see a small tongue on the inside that ticks forward as it strikes little notes on a turnstile. You crank the ratchet, and then you hear not only notes but sort of like a very distorted old style recording. Hush now, baby, drift under. Dog is warm and moonlight blue. With its curling mouse will keep. But still your tail and go to sleep. Oh, I love you so much. I need to see your legs grow in.
And you're brought back to that first, most peaceful part of your
I made
nightmare.
a frog and you still got me.
Yeah, yeah.
I made a frog.
When your mom's hand reassured you in that pond. Before shit hit the fan. No. As we're brought to everyone else who is now also waking up from their dreams, less nightmarish and
Sorry, Mo.
emotional.
I'm tearing up a little bit too.
We'll give Morgan a little bit of a break. I'm assuming, Bungie, you just slept in the bar like you did the previous nights.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I didn't know if you had found an inn, and you probably went back to the barracks near the docks.
Brought Gom with me.
Oh yeah. You wake up and Gom is like on the ground next to your cot because he was asking you all kind of questions and he just tired himself
my
out and
protege
fell
now.
asleep right there.
He's coming with us.
You gingerly step over him to get out of bed, let him sleep a little bit longer. As you go to meet the rest of your group, you have to come back to the docks to get the squid.
Oh, I know.
I'm not taking.
No, I know. I'm formulating the plan for
Gotcha.
later.
Gotcha. As I've forgotten Caleb's character, Kivus. As Kivus wakes up.
This is the more lighthearted section.
You mean
Yeah.
Drazad?
Yeah. As
Don't worry, I
Drazad
forget
wakes
his
up.
character all the
Yeah.
No, so as Kivus wakes up, you're in your inn that you have paid the night for. You don't have to pay anything extra. You already knew that you were staying this night too. You hear a lot of noise coming from downstairs. Is there anything you'd like to do before you leave your room?
No. I don't think there would be anything in particular.
So you gather your things and you get ready to go and check out as you're heading out to bring your catch back to the head to the AO settlement. As you go downstairs, the noise is ever louder. You notice a lot more acolytes and sacred warriors and other people from the AO settlement here today. As you walk over to the desk to check out, the man behind the counter says, "Oh, yes. Thank you for the key. There's actually this for you. You are," and he goes, "Wait, actually," and he's looking through, and you see he's got a bunch of letters and a bunch of little packages, all exactly the same. And he's like, "Kivus, right? Room 102?
Yeah, that is I.
Yes, okay. This is for you," as he hands you a letter label with your name on it, Kivus, and a little package.
Okay, I'll take it. From...
One of the other acolytes brought it in, whenever they arrived this morning. They brought in all of them, actually, for everyone who was already here.
Has this ever happened before?
Not in mass like this. You have been known to, like, if someone's been on their pilgrimage for a long while and someone else is leaving, the AO settlement might send some letters like, "Hey, how's it going? Is everything okay? Did you die?" Like those kind of things. But again, never in mass like this.
Okay, I'll thank him and then pocket it.
Okay.
And I would imagine I would begin searching for...
So you're not reading the letter?
No, I don't think I would read it in here. I would probably start reading it as I'm walking outside looking.
I just didn't know if I was going to send it to you.
Crumple it up and throw it on the ground in front of him.
Yeah. If you weren't going to read it yet, I wasn't going to send it to you, but I just sent it to you.
Destroys it.
And you do have the package too. So just let me know whenever you open that.
I'm so happy I found those in a purse the other day.
Am I pretty?
They really bring out
You're
your
so
eyes.
pretty.
So as you all go begin to meet, you all recognize the exact same thing whenever you step out of whatever building you are in, wherever you were sleeping the night before. Bungie, you are not kicked out this morning, as you were not starting any fights the night before.
Yep.
So as you leisurely stroll out to meet everyone, you see a lot of people rushing throughout the town. It seems like the town is 5 times as busy as it was the day before, and you don't know if it's because of the weather or maybe the fish are just biting real good today. You don't know, but the wind is whipping and people are bustling. Wart, especially, you would notice that there's a lot of people at the docks right now. Like, every boat is pretty much spoken for, and there's even some people talking to Cool, the Triton man who rented you guys your boat. "You have to have another boat. I will see what I can do, but it might not be anything big. You might just have to fish off the dock," having a conversation. So yeah, you guys are all meeting up.
What are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
I just really enjoyed
Yeah, just the nodding.
Oh, that's how Wart would respond. He'd be
Okay.
like, "All right,
Business is businessin'.
'cause
Yeah.
real deal. He doesn't need a boat. He just swims. He catches his feet.
Well, and you guys are
his fish with his hands.
He holds his feet with his arms and just goes backwards.
He does the Stitch thing. He puts his feet in his mouth and just rolls.
Yeah.
It rolls off the dock into the water and then starts swimming for fish.
There you go.
He goes, "Who needs a boat?"
Well, and you've been hired to take this catch back. Your big catch that you now have a little disciple because of.
Gom. He's my protege.
So you go to meet Cool, and the rest of the group. You guys make your way down, I would imagine, to Cool and the rest of the group to transport the goods. When you get there, you notice, much like Wart already has, that Cool is very distracted. And he's like, hi, not sure if you heard, but there's a bit of an influx of acolytes today. I think they're all trying to get in before AO's ever-increasing speed makes it impossible to catch any fish. That's at least my guess. I've never seen this many people here before. Regardless, I'm getting ahead of myself. Your carts are over there. I was only able to procure 2. It is weighed pretty heavily. The carts can handle it. I got you 2 mules as well. But I can't really spare anything else, so just be careful with those 2 carts because they're loaded to the brim.
And I say that when Wart woke up, he went and was swimming for the hour so he can get his hour.
Yeah, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about the hour of the submerged for today. You both have your hour of submerged.
I need to make sure I've been in Wawa.
Yeah, I like to think of Wawa. Because Grung
Took a nice long bath.
I took a
Because
nice
Grung are so
long
common
Wawa.
here, I would imagine in the barracks they even have little troughs that you can hang at the foot of your bed and you can dip your feet in while
I
you.
don't like those. I'm the all natural kind of a grung.
All natural.
Yeah, I'm an all natural grung. I like to go in the source water.
Okay. Yeah. So you take your hour swim while you're waiting for everyone else to come in and meet you.
Now you
Took
need to
Dom
apply a
with me,
level of
teach him
exhaustion.
how to really swim.
Cool, was it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't think I got your name.
Can I get an insurance policy on these carts?
What do you mean?
Well, seeing as how the
I'll send you another one if it
expedition
breaks.
with the boat, I'd be worried about possibly damaging these without.
Are
Are you fighting any big squid on the land with the carts?
Well, as you said, they're
Sweating.
weighed pretty heavily.
They should be fine. Just don't take them skiing down any mountains or anything.
I think
That's
that's why
kind of what
we
I
need
meant.
the
And don't
insurance
add anything
policy.
else to them. Just
Can't make-
take them as is. Don't throw your packs up there. Carry them yourselves.
Oh, we'll
should
be
be
careful
fine.
not to do that. And you see a slightly mischievous smile kind of twirl up.
It's if it breaks, you just got to carry the squid. We don't have any extra carts.
I imagine at this point I'll probably be walking up, reading the letter, and kind of glancing around, noticing the acolytes all running around, and okay, carts are ready, squid is prepared. Do we need to? Are we traveling today, or do we need to spend today fishing as well?
No, you've got your catch.
Okay, that's what I
you're ready
figured.
to.
Okay,
you're ready.
You're not going to catch anything better than this. I promise you. I've been fishing these waters for years.
And he points to the hook again, sort of dangling above his head from the long pole on his back.
The pole, grab it. No. All right. Well, so it seems we need to kind of get a hurry on this. AO is speeding up, and what's the name of the city?
It's the AO settlement.
Shouldn't you know?
It's just the AO settlement.
Did
Okay.
you not read?
You hired us.
Defiant Chaos says, it's cool. It's those cool D&D peeps. Hi. Better be doing Chaos. Also, hi, chat. Good to see you, Defiant
do have
Chaos.
Chaos
Thank you for
for-
the $10.
The settlement needs this food immediately. So I think we should head off as soon as everybody's ready.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. The years are winding onwards.
Same here. Maybe not the years part, but
Oh, you've
Ready.
got plenty of years left in you. You seem quite spry.
I sure do. You want me to demonstrate some of my toad foo?
I'd love it, of course.
I'll start doing cool poses.
You kind of hear as you're doing them behind you, almost like patronizing. Oh, very
I'm like, I knew he'd love it.
Stop! You're gonna give him a heart attack.
And you, as you're doing your poses,
Toad foo.
your toad foo, you hear, oh, Wart, this is so cool. You're gonna have to teach me that when I get back from my fishing trip. I've been hired. I'm gonna have a story just like you. I'm gonna catch a bigger squid than you. These acolytes over there, they hired me.
His heart's breaking.
So now we're rivals.
god.
That's so.
No.
He pumps up a little bit too.
You go, and you see like his eyes kind of begin to tear as he was like hoping to be friends, but he's like also
I'll take
a
this.
little bit like we're on the same level. He's like, I will be better than you ever
A
were.
little tear goes down my cheek. Like, they grow up so fast. We'll see you on the other side.
Indeed, they do.
He's like, I don't think I'm going to the head settlement, but I will see you back here.
Deal.
Yeah.
Bungie's gonna like toss a knife in between them.
That was already
like,
planned. I wasn't trying to take your companion away from you.
No, that's fine. That was planned for me too.
Sorry.
Davis puts a hand on Ward's shoulder with a glove. Pats him and he goes, let's get to hauling the
I
carts.
start to tear up and I immediately just hug him with full force.
No, you're gonna.
Poison.
Oh, you hug him or you hug Gom?
Hug
Oh,
Chris.
okay.
Oh, Gom
Yeah.
rival.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
He ain't
show any
catching a
love.
bigger squid than me.
That's what she said.
Almost forgot the word for squid. I stuttered.
What were you about to say, Dylan?
Oh, I was just Bungie's just trying to get them to fight.
I wonder what happens if two grung touch each other.
Sparks.
Sparks.
That's how babies are
Electric.
made.
That's how
Woogie, woogie.
tadpoles are made, yeah.
That's tadpoles.
It's a weird old man.
Thank you.
So as you turn to say that to Cool, I'm presuming he's gone. He's already at another ship, like haggling. He's like, no, this ship is already. You can't get on this ship. It's already taken. You know, to an acolyte. As you turn to your carts, mounted with 2 mules, full, stuffed to the brim of salted squid to keep them good for your journey.
Nice.
Well, Kivus, I suppose you'll be leading the way. I haven't been out of the rear settlement in quite some time.
I'll lead the way. I'll scout.
All
Stay
right.
to trees above and alert you as we go.
At your leisure, then.
So, I'll have anyone who wants to give me a nature, history, or survival check.
Ooh, what's going to be strongest for me?
I'm good at
I'll do survival.
None of those.
We're gonna do survival.
Hmm.
Yeah, one of each. So
Well, with survival,
Oh, I can't read that.
history, nature.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can all do it, or just
You can. So
One of each.
We're just doing survival.
I'll do nature.
never
I have a
mind.
+4.
so only one person could do
One of the checks.
Yeah.
Let me.
Oh, you good. It's a 16 for a non-nat 20.
Thanks, chat. We know what
You
that
did-
face
and you
means.
did nature.
Yeah.
Okay, and you did survival.
17.
17.
I could do history.
So Pi, you gather with your 17 that this journey is going to be quite difficult because of the
That's better
wind.
than a -1.
I have a 0.
Yeah,
But-
-1.
I have minus.
You rolled so high that you do know it's probably best to stay lower so that the natural topography and trees can kind of block the wind for you.
Hey.
And with your nature check and you having traveled this path before, you know that means that you're probably going to want to avoid Maturo. Because the center there's 3 settlements in on the back of Ao, right? The middle settlement, Maturo, is the only path between Maturo and the Ao settlement is through bridges in the mountains.
We probably don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that with the wind blowing like this.
Right.
So you're
And
gonna
with
wa-
heavy carts.
and with the big heavy carts too. So you're with
told they
your
were certain.
with your very high nature check, you're pretty certain that while it is a little bit faster to go through Maturo, you're not going to save any time as you're plummeting down from
Right.
a large
Yeah,
bridge. So while it would have been probably like a day and a half to go through Maturo, it'll probably be about 2 days unless you really book it. You could potentially get it down to a day and a half, but going the long way.
I don't know how to.
You do have to like move fast.
Travel the long way.
You can still stop for the night, but you're not going to be able to take very many rests like
Along
for the night. Yeah.
We can exchange that information.
Yeah.
And make a decision that we should not go through the montañas.
No. Yeah, I would probably kind of talk to everybody, and as we're walking with the mules. So there's a couple different ways to get back to the head to the settlement. Which way do we think we should take? I wouldn't suggest the mountains.
West.
AO picking up
There's
speed.
no
the
west.
winds are going to be.
Mhm.
Well, I'm
Starboard.
That's east.
I'm not I'm not so familiar with the area. I haven't been in some time, but if it's still the same, it might not be a good idea to take these carts across the bridges
Yeah,
through Maturo.
Right. I
all
think we
this
should avoid-
wind, we should stay lower.
And with that lower, and you guys knowing the topography, you can go either port or starboard around Maturo,
Yeah.
which would help your grung friends as well, because then you get to stay kind of closer to the water.
Wawa.
Yeah, if you're looking at a modern day picture of Sojit, it is very similar kind of topography there.
So would we be in like Gissy or whatever?
There's a map?
Well, there's
There's a regular map
the
of
regular
Sojit.
map. And I
Oh,
can pull
I
it
was
up
like-
if chat wants to see it.
I was
Yeah.
like, what do you, what?
Yeah, we can go around the.
Starboard side. Which
I forgot that this
starboard is east.
Yeah.
Sojit.
Is a history check help with this, or is it for something different?
The history check would have basically seen like
Whenever
you've heard of
he
people
said
traveling
the name,
across the bridge.
Oh,
in this
okay.
kind of
whenever
weather.
he said the name of the city in
Okay.
the mountains, I was like, wait a second, I forget.
Yeah, so this
place
is
that exists
a
on the
map in years in the future, but Kin Maturo is where Maturo is.
Yeah.
Roughly at the very tip of that little inlet is where the head settlement would be.
Yeah, right above like the eye in Sojit.
And then I guess technically Gissy would be sort of the
A little bit to the east of Gissy is kind of where
the
you guys
seafaring
are.
settlement would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is no modern day town where that settlement is, right?
Right.
It's just easier to.
Remember the cliff top that you guys were on top of and
Gissy
looking
is where
down
we
at the
are?
tail and all that?
Roughly, very roughly.
We're trying to get to Ashtari.
Well, further,
Further
the
north,
very
but
tip, where the
yes.
little temple is. Thanks, Angel.
I think we should hit the starboard side of AO, stay low, and I don't want to say take our time, but you know.
So are you trying to like push the
Slow
carts? Or
and
are you?
steady certainly wins the race. Just
Yeah.
make sure to tell that one. I've heard fairy tales about rabbits being a bit quicker on their feet than the old tortoise here.
I'll forget that you're.
Yeah.
Take it slow, Sonny. All right.
Won't be a problem this morning, Chief.
And now Bungie, now since you guys aren't going to be traveling through any towns, are you procuring any?
Big word for Elmo.
It is
Any alcohol?
any alcohol for.
I've
the,
already
for the
taken
journey?
a couple from the bar.
Okay, perfect.
In my flask that I wear in my bag.
Back flask.
Like a big
We love a
gourd.
lore accurate mini.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so you're traveling at a normal speed to get there in 2 days, or are you kind of trying to push it to get there in a day and a half?
No, I think 2 days.
2 days?
With how much like freight we have.
Yeah.
As long as I know the squid's not going to go bad before.
Yeah, it's salted. It's just a matter of the letter that you got and how you want to translate that. Totally your choice. I just want to be clear. So yeah, you guys start out on your way, making your way for Ao's Tail, kind of taking the long way around, the more scenic route to
Road less traveled.
protect your cargo from the elements and the precarious bridge that spans the gap between Maturo and the Ao settlement. Does anyone want to give me a perception check while you're walking around?
But not me. Oh, I have
I'm actually pretty decent at perception. I'll do it. I'm always watching.
Always.
always watching. He is
That is a 17.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty high. So with your 17, as you're walking through the settlement, the wind is picking up. You're seeing some branches, trees bend at the wind, and with that, you're kind of able to gather, like, let's stay away from that little corridor of trees where the wind is gusting quite strongly.
The wind looks quite strong up ahead. Pie.
That's not pie.
Ooh.
Yeah, Pie and...
Wart.
Wart. I was like, I know the last name is the Frog. I couldn't remember the first name.
The frog.
Mr. the Frog is my father.
Hi, Wart, you may want to be careful. I wouldn't want you getting blown away in the wind.
I'm like staring at him, but all I can think of is how the tortoise and the hare should like do a race or something. That's all that's going through my head right now.
Trying to figure out who
I
would
would-
win.
Like trying to figure out who would win between the tortoise and the hare.
I would certainly lose. I'm every bit as slow as I look. I'm fast where it counts, you see.
You don't,
You don't have
My
a
finger.
hare.
Oh, you also, moving on from that, you also, with your 17, you're also able to notice that there isn't much wildlife here.
like a hair trigger. Like whatever.
So you notice that there's not a lot of wildlife. That the wildlife has kind of seemed to either be hunkering down or moved on from this area. And you gather that's, while a little ominous, might be for the better, meaning that you won't really run into too much trouble traveling with food. Basically, so much food that it would probably normally attract some attention. Part of the reason why you were hired to help move the food through. You gather it might not be a problem anymore. It might be a pretty easy payday for you and Pi and the rest of your crew.
I think we'll do just fine. Doesn't seem like many critters will be bothering us on our trek.
Critters.
Oh, yes. These wilds are full of them. Some of them not edible.
Oh, everything's edible.
Some
if
of
you give it a
them
shot.
extremely edible. But some of them a medium amount of edible.
I lick my lips a medium amount.
It's just like that old person rambling where it's just like, yeah.
You know, one time I found one that was extremely edible. My friend and I were hunting, you see, and I brought it over to the fire where we could cook it, and it turned out that it wasn't edible at all.
And then what did you do?
Well, back in those days, we had... Okay.
I was gonna let you go on. I was not gonna cut you off. I was calling that bluff.
I was gonna let you go on too. I was glued to the story.
So, is anyone else doing anything during the travels, or is everyone listening to Nanook's? I don't know.
Shitty story.
Yeah, bad tale.
I am glued to the story.
Okay.
I'm actually just zoned out and walking along.
Yeah, other
The
than
opposite direction.
yeah.
I've completely forgotten about the race.
You're like mules. What? We
You
killed a
got a
squid?
new ADHD
Like-
attention.
Critters.
I'll,
Medium amount.
Other than
of
hopping
edible.
through the trees and kind of just making sure there's no hooligans, coming to like steal our squid.
Give me an athletics check.
And you see, you can tell what's edible and what isn't by the way that it is.
You don't even have to lick it.
Not normally.
Show me your ways.
12.
Okay. You find it really hard to move through the tops of the trees again because of the wind. Higher up in the trees, it's less impeded, and you find it very difficult to stay up there and probably trip and fall a couple times. You gather that if you were to continue scouting ahead through the trees, you might slow down your movement.
Okay. No, I would definitely
Looking up is too hard.
yeah.
Oh man, I gotta go slower.
Yeah, I would drop down then and walk with people. Walk with everybody. Walk with people.
Walk with the people.
Yeah.
I started looking for like crickets on the side, and I'm like staring intently at them to figure out how you can tell if it's edible or not without licking it.
You mean investigation check?
Oh,
I would be scouting for any kind of like wildlife too,
oof.
later on.
If you take a chat roll for this cricket.
Takes the 19.
2.
You know one thing. and that is that cricket looks mighty tasty. And you gather that might be how Nanook tells a difference. If he looks at it and he gets hungry, it's edible. If he
I
looks
eat
at
it
it and he doesn't
immediately.
get hungry, not edible.
I immediately go eat it immediately.
Sees you do that, and he doesn't know what you just ate, but he just, oh dear.
Cricket is safe.
Nice.
Your hypothesis has been proven correct.
Does the cricket at least have to roll poison damage?
No, cricket's dead.
It's in my tummy.
So as you guys move on, Wart honing his skills of edible versus inedible, Nanook rambling on to no one about stories of people that he knows and used to know, and a friend of a friend, Kivis keeping a watchful eye, Pi probably pondering her new music box.
Distinctly, Nanook never uses any names. It's always just a friend.
Oh, that makes the story.
Except for me. Except for me.
For Pi. And
Call
Bungie
me
probably drinking your ale as you're walking along the path.
Occasionally sipping it. I like to save it for fights too.
That's
You know, kind of like some drunken master.
Ooh.
boxing.
You guys are able to find your way
Yeah.
without any issues. You guys are able to find your way without any issues to nightfall. You made about the distance that you thought you were going to make, about halfway there. You've got another day's travel ahead of you. Up ahead is the coast, if you would like to kind of set up camp near there for your grung friends, or if you would like to look for somewhere else, you can look for somewhere else.
I would have no issue with setting up near the coast. I actually feel like that's... I think if we set up near the water, there'll be less places to keep an eye on. Wildlife rarely encroaches from the sea,
Can confirm.
especially not at these speeds.
No, I think that would be wise.
Why don't you both of you, Wart and Nanook, give me a history check?
Do I know I'm wrong, or do I not? Oh shit, that's a good roll.
I'm glad
19.
I'm glad one of
With
us
a +0, it's a 19.
Okay.
6.
Wart, you're like, I'm listening to this man. He taught me what's good and what's not to eat.
That cricket was
Nanook,
good.
you say that and then immediately remember the warfling that you guys saw that are quadrupeds and both land and sea dwelling. And you have seen them around the Surfcaster settlement before. Things do come out of the water.
I was about to say, weren't we like attacked from the water last?
we were on the water.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
attacked. From
Well, there are some things, but again, maybe not at this speed. I don't know.
That's easy to remember or to know. I just in this
Yeah,
campaign, you
yeah.
guys saw something that can come from the water. So I was just like,
I just didn't know if that would like come onto land regularly, I guess. And I did kind of give the disclaimer of like, at least not at this speed. So that's kind of where his
yeah, no, that makes sense.
Is this in
There's more of the medium edible types.
Oh, you don't want to eat whatever comes out of there if it's attacking you.
But what if
You'll want to deal with it first.
well,
your carry it with
You
him?
can't eat it if it's eating you, you see.
challenge
So are you guys all
accepted.
setting up camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nanook and Wart banter.
Yeah, as camp is being set up.
going back and forth of like, who could eat what before it eats it?
Set up the
Nanook's
fire
doing
while you're
that
telling
thing where he's
stories.
like taking up all of your time as everyone else is like setting up their campsite and getting their bedrolls set for the night. And you're thinking like, oh, I'll just, I'll set up with Nanook whenever he's done talking. And at the end of everyone's set up, and Nanook goes,
Well, I think I'll head in for the night.
and he just sucks up.
I forgot you were a turtle until just now.
Is there a spot with like? I mean, I know it's on the coast, so no, but like
There's some trees and stuff.
I was gonna say, is there a spot with a little bit less sand?
Think this. You guys are kind of like here, and especially
So it's more
at
of like
these-
land and not like dust. Like
Yeah, there's.
I don't think it's
well,
like-
yeah, there's some sand, but
yeah.
it's like a 10 to 20 feet. It's not like.
okay, I'm gonna go
Like
kind of set up
Biloxi.
to the nearest spot that like doesn't have sand because I don't want sand in my fur.
My
Oh,
God.
that makes sense.
If you use baby powder, it gets it off.
I would.
I know. That works in real life too. I don't know if you know that.
I would imagine the two. I would imagine the two grung are getting into the water for your hour of water time.
I did my hour at the beginning of our journey in the morning. I only have to do it once a day.
That's fair. I
Did
don't
you
know
eat
if you
within
wanted
the last
to.
30 minutes?
The cricket.
Yeah, you
I
should.
don't know if you wanted to like get a head start on tomorrow. I'd allow that. Is basically what I'm.
Oh,
you don't have to.
then yes.
Wait 30 minutes. You just ate a cricket.
You just.
Yeah, I can't go swimming.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't be swimming. I'm just gonna be just head like right above the water, just staring, like doing the weird
double
like
eye blink.
slow eye
I
blink.
do that sometimes. Sometimes only one eye's tired, so I'll just
Yeah, same.
blink one eye.
I'm gonna start doing that specifically in work meetings.
I literally do it all the time, and people will call me out for it. And I'm like, I have no control
It's
over
more
this.
efficient to just blink one eye at a time.
Yeah, I mean, like, sometimes they don't both need it.
Did you just wink at me?
So what's the watch? What's the watch situation?
I'm watching.
So for the night.
Oh, I'm the first one watching.
I'm in the water watching, baby.
You have to spend an hour in the water. I'll take first watch. Why don't you watch
He
out?
spends 4 hours in the water and gets out wrinkly.
Yeah. I'm all pruned up, double
Ready
cheeked up
to
on a Tuesday afternoon.
You ever seen a pruned wart?
Yeah.
Ew.
I just walk up and it's like old man body.
Moto.
So, give us first watch.
I'll take second.
Second.
I'll take second with Pie because old man got small bladder. He's gonna wake up anyway.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I'll take third and I'll stay in the water.
I'm peeing
That
in
way-
the water.
That's where I was going with it.
If you need to use the
'Cause
bathroom, you're
it's
already
a-
there.
It's not a pool. It's the ocean. It's nature.
I'm gonna tell them to wake me up for the fourth watch, but knowing full well I'm not waking up.
You, and everyone here knows there is no fourth watch.
Okay.
And we're not.
Honestly,
we weren't.
that's a great joke.
Yeah,
by
you
itself.
you say it, and then everyone's like, okay.
And we weren't waking you up anyway.
I would argue that Wart doesn't know that, and we'll go over and like continuously pat on his head, poisoning him the entire time
Oh boy.
until he
We'll,
wakes
we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So first watch, give me a perception check.
Gotcha. God, that's the second one in a row.
Was it that one?
It's 11. No, but I'm like burning through chat rolls.
Chat's been very generous. We'll be all right.
Thank you. 19.
One of the apples.
Okay.
No, actually.
You start off your watch trusting Nanook to not worry too much about the sea.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't need to worry about that too much. Stuff doesn't come from there, especially at these speeds.
On this side.
And we've got our little warning system, the two frogs that are sleeping in the shallows, so we'll be okay. As you're looking out to the land, you're scanning, you don't see any wildlife. Again, kind of like Nanook saw earlier. It's pretty uneventful. But you're thinking back on the previous day and your catch and the letter that you've gotten and just kind of processing everything now that there's a little bit of quiet. And while you're thinking about your catch, because you rolled so high in your perception check, you remember the warflings. And you're like, oh shit, there are things that come from the water. Why did I listen to that old man? And you turn around.
You hear his voice echoing from inside the shell, honk shoe, honk shoe. He's sleeping soundly.
As you turn to the sea, you kind of squint your eyes and you're looking out, scanning, trying to make sense of anything of the waves as they are rushing past relatively quickly. You look down the beach in both directions and you see the sand kicking up, and it almost kind of fools your vision, looking like it's dogs, these warflings running on the beach. And you're kind of like, no, that's just sand. But again, because you rolled so high, as you look the other direction down the beach, you see warflings rushing towards you, and you can kind of hear their faint barking off in the distance. As we go to break, as you just have just enough time to wake up your friends,
Yeah.
for the very first round of combat.
Oh my God.
Warflings come in.
Message. Bing, 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 bing.
You guys will not be surprised by Warflings.
Oh, thank goodness. Guys, we're going to go on a quick break. We'll be back in about 10, so don't go nowhere. Be right back. Bye.
Dracula Tempest just came back.
The DC was higher because he said don't worry.
Oh, terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. A huge thanks to Tides of Mo, Tabletop Beard, Grim Reaper, Atmos Seeker, Justinian of Darkport, Angel Jobert, Angel of Darkport, Brett Venable, Dutin 103, Zebek Longfang, Lil Tired, Memebot 69000, XIVM, Jason Miller, Corey of Darkport, Devin Beard, Wilfredo Figueroa, Ruby Rod, Sam Huffpower, Daniel Struve, Agile Monk, Moon Goose McQueen, Jude Eshett, Drazadi, Malice, Oro, Curtis Bruton, Hexblade's Curse, Predator H2O, Frog, Jason Cash, Russell Mooney, Michael Horvath, Alicia F., Andrew Schaefer, The School Bus, Shutterbot, Griff, Sildari, Jackadaces, Nova Effectus, Kitchen Knives, Copper 96, Melmac, Mini Warlord, Rowan Rat, J. Diddy, Gillian Mangrove, Ronan Leon, I'm So Lost, Dragonic Sage, Samuel Song, Francis Yoon, Debonair Gaming, Kevin Thomas, Otterlife, Wa'aki, Chris Jones, Chaotic Neutral, Andres DeBarbara, Mr. Thrill, Nick, Don Rosavelli, DM Greg, Big Head Bro, Gatorman, Butterknife, Witcherol, Almighty Zeus, Saint, D.I. Block, Matt Susan, Evan Aristogabe, Kevin Hyatt, Charlie Gardner, Brendan Sparrow, Black Retro, Tunuk, Lions, Masquax, Chris G, Jerome Grant, The Best or Die Trying, A Joyous Goose, Liquid Saber, Defiant Chaos, T-Dog, Lothos Carpathia, Jesse's Brick Galaxy, Dog, Tiago Livas, Trevor Neal, Blaine Dexter, D'Angelo Barton, Devo Immune, BFG, Tampton Tonda, Bardic Agro, Mark Nygaard, Edward Heller, Logan Keller, Bartholomew, Ira Wing, Tracy Pudol, Bacon and Vodka, Jay-Z Chisler, Misfit, Monster's Mother, JDLM, Kathy Evans, Lil Cute Maple, Adam, Mike G, Joshua Hammond, The Azure Sky, Ashen, Christopher Denault, Jason 96, Joshua Kato, Harry Dong, Camo Camry, Rayan Harith, Triforce Samurai, Alexandre Henriquez, and Mr. Nobu. You know, members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
Welcome to Constructed Chaos, a D&D live play channel where you get to control the game. Join us on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Time for our in-person live stream that allows you to influence our adventures in major ways. From alternate plot points to rerolls to absolute chaos. And tune in on Mondays at 7 for our brand new Chat Plays D&D format where you get to roll the dice and pilot the characters themselves straight from the live stream chat. And between it all, there's tons of homebrew content and guides that we release every single month. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
Greetings, viewers. Bramble Backfoot hopping by to let you know about our monthly homebrew packet issued to all those brave enough to join the ranks of our prestigious order. With a plethora of items, monsters, mechanics, and more, it's easier than ever to bring chaos home to your table. So become a member and let's fight the forces of evil together.
Thank you, you're all too kind, and the drinks are on me tonight! Ha 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 ha! Oh, you must not have enabled gifted memberships! Let me show you how. What you'll want to do is make your way over to our channel page and then add /allow_gifts. From there, you can turn on the toggle for free stuff and join in the chaos. Now for my next tune, a little ditty about a dead necromancer named Pinky.
Hello, Drazad here. Oh my god, you have got to come check out all of our wares. We have so many different things. Help support the stream and get yourself some new magic items as well over at the Constructed Chaos store.
Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by three brothers that have combined two great loves of mine: tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session 0 and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that? Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you. By chance, by destiny, by desire, it matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Welcome back, everyone.
You roll it.
Yeah. We are in combat.
We gonna die.
I gave you my.
Yes. Thankfully, Kivis was not too trusting of Nanook as Wart is, and was able to see the Warflings coming from down the beach as they smelled the squid so
Not the
close to the
squid.
shore. So first up, despite giving poor advice, is our old man Nanook. The tortoise is in fact faster than the hare.
I like it.
He was, Nanook, I imagine, was already up, ready to spring a leak at midnight, as he so often does. And perhaps more spryly than you imagined. We mentioned racing earlier, and he, I don't want anything to do with that. He suddenly moves with the speed, like his legs don't appear to be moving fast, but he has a longer gait than it looks like from underneath his hanfu that he's wearing. And he's going to bonus action dash.
How long are them little turtle legs?
Oh, they long.
He actually keeps his arms and legs tucked in and just rolls.
I was gonna say, like, is there a tactic that we can use, like, where you go into your shell and one of us
Just throws you.
So you
like Mario?
That's what I was thinking.
you guys do also
I jump
notice
myself.
that the Warflings are in packs.
Mhm.
There are two
Formation.
groups of like some smaller ones, and then two bigger ones in the back that seem to be kind of like loners.
Do they have condition rings on them?
That's to signify that the ones in the front are swarms and the ones in the back are not.
As Nanook rushes forward, he moves swiftly around the tree that blocks his path, and as he exits the other side of it back into your view, he's already got his fishing rod in hand. Yeah. He skids into this position and begins whipping almost like a fly rod over his head as he then brings it down, snagging the hook into one of the Warflings. Hopefully. He does have advantage because they haven't gone yet. That's going to be high.
How high?
21.
Because my Warflings
Hit.
wear mithril.
Not enough mithril.
Start holding us down and beating us.
They have opposable thumbs.
So as the whip connects, terrible rolls. It will take 10 points of damage, including my sneak attack. And it is slowed, so it's got 10 feet
Yeah,
less.
do you one better? It's dead.
Oh!
Yeah, boy.
That Warfling, as you run up, it is so surprised by your speed. As it turns to look at you, it almost turns its head into your whip as you snap its neck.
We've got company!
Anything else for your turn?
That'll be it, but you guys see that he doesn't, his movements are very fluid as he continues to move the rod around, almost like repositioning it as the creatures are moving, preparing himself to make another strike.
Gotcha. Wart, it is your turn. Bungie, you are on deck.
You hear Kivis. Nobody comes from the sea as he dives.
That's what I wanted them to think.
So I see that there's like a little bit of like a.
You have a climb speed, bud.
I know. I'm about
Okay.
to ask him, with 35 feet, am I able to make it around here and get here?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble seeing
Yeah, there's no squares on the green bits.
It's hard to
You just
see on
imagine
that.
it with your brain.
I'm trying to get
Where's
right
the-
here so I can be within 5 feet of both of them. Yeah.
This is if that is
The
helpful.
one that's directly to my left, you see Ward like really focusing, seeing if it's edible or inedible. And
One question for you: is Ward hungry?
always.
Okay, then it's edible.
So as soon as he makes that decision, he's gonna swing.
Actually, give me an investigation check while you're looking at him.
Okay. That is 7.
Okay. You are struggling to see if they're edible or inedible, but you do notice that one of them has some cloth wrapped around its leg, specifically in this group. And you're like,
which one?
It's wearing
Don't get
armor in the group that this is a swarm that you're looking at. So
Oh.
one of the ones in the swarm has like some cloth wrapped around its leg, and you're like,
Is that one like within 5 feet of me?
yeah.
I'm a
I mean, it's a swarm, so they're all technically within 5 feet.
Justin, thank
swing
you
on
so much for the 5 gifted memberships, buddy. Good to see you in chat there.
I'm a whack him with my staff.
Whack 'em.
Wackus balkus.
I was thinking.
24.
That hits?
No, you're fine.
Like,
I'm the one bumping into you.
well, but I'm taking up like 3 spots
You're good.
Unacceptable.
because my tailbone. I found a tailbone doctor. I'm going on Friday.
Hey.
4.
Adult thing.
He
4 points of
specializes in
damage?
Yeah.
box.
Then
Get up, baby.
gonna use my bonus action to spend a focus point to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
I'm gonna do an unarmed strike on the same one.
Okay.
19.
That hits.
Sweet.
Hey, have you ever done drag?
Have I ever done drag? No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're pretty.
No.
I'm like,
honestly,
you're really pretty with that
honestly,
little
just-
earring on.
Just keep telling me I'm pretty.
We did.
9.
Oh yeah.
9 points of damage. Okay, and then how does the poison work?
They have to succeed a DC 13 strength or dex. It gets to choose saving throw or
That's
become
for-
poisoned for a minute.
Oh,
Unarmed strike.
I determine the DC based off of my dex since I'm a monk.
I see.
They can choose which one to which saving throw to do
They are poisoned.
for 1 minute.
Okay. Help me remember that.
That the one with the cloth is poisoned for a minute.
I
Okay.
think I have a poison.
I help.
Oh, so in that group,
There is
I will
one.
say you've done enough damage that a couple of them have fallen dead, but there's still a bunch of them like foaming at the mouth, kind of like jumping over each other, trying to get at you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I am now going to use my second flurry of blows. Because there's 2 unarmed strikes.
Yeah,
only
the
did
second
one
part
arm.
of.
It's the second part.
Yeah, I got you. I was like,
that was only one unarmed strike.
Wait a minute.
No, my leg's falling asleep.
15.
That hits. These things are not wearing armor except for that one clothed one.
Hell yeah. Foaming at the mouth. I'm about to take a chomp out of one of them.
That's fine. You can move that. out of
Wind
the
blew
way.
the tree down.
Oh yeah. 4.
4 points.
Yeah, like,
And then
He's double
this-
poisoned.
And then oh yeah.
a little better. But that's the thorn, and then
Okay.
That's the bad guy.
Anything else?
That's
And I take a free action to just lick him.
yeah, I think he's.
Well,
Sure.
I'm testing edibility.
Sure. I guess you're immune to your own poison because they are
I am
poison.
immune.
Okay.
I am immune to just poison.
Yeah.
Poison and the
Yeah, so
poison.
we can high
Tastes good.
five.
Tastes good.
It tastes like I seasoned it, right?
So you are on deck for the players, but some of the warflings are going to go before you. These
Let me know if you need me to move anything. I know it's.
are going to run by.
Does that give me an opportunity?
Yeah, I can move stuff too. I'm sorry.
It does. So you can make an opportunity attack on that one if you would like. Use your reaction.
I'm gonna choose to make it an unarmed strike.
I've been holding it all day.
That's okay.
Okay.
Nat 20.
That's also leaving my range, right?
No. The little one is, yes, but not the big one. So 2 different ones. At 20. Okay, cool.
That hits.
You said unarmed strike. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
That 2d6 because crit.
Yeah. You can either roll 1 and double it, or just roll 2. I have 2.
I should have just written it. So that's 4 and 5, 9.
9
plus
points.
The strength or dex save.
It's a 17.
Yeah, that passes.
You rolled really bad on the first one.
It's just a DC 13.
Yeah.
So which one left my range? I have a 10-foot reach.
The little one. Or I guess the big one. If you have a 10-foot reach, you can choose whichever one you want to hit.
I'll choose whichever one he hit.
The big one.
Yeah. Okay. That's a 16. No,
Hits.
15. Sorry.
That hits.
Okay. That will be sneak attack damage and assassinate damage.
I don't know.
As Nanook continues to swing the hook over his head. He's looking one direction, feels a snag, and just yanks as it rips flesh off of this.
Yeah, you pull. This is the swarm. You pull a couple of warflings out of it through the air with your whip.
It's much better than what happened on my turn. That's going to be, I guess not that much better, but 12 points of slashing damage. And it is also slowed by 10 feet.
It still has enough to make it to where I put it.
Yeah,
So
I'm just letting you know.
Till the end of this turn?
Yeah, just on its turn.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to say, mine was bludgeoning, if it matters.
It does not.
Sweet.
Oh. Actually, thank you both.
Shit.
Yours was slashing?
Slashing.
So
Whip is slashing.
And how much damage did you do?
9.
So it's going to heal 5.
Because of bludgeoning?
Yep.
Shit.
I totally forgot. I'm like, man, these things are squishy.
So what does that mean for all the ones that I hit prior? Because all of that was bludgeoning.
We're going to... That's fine.
Okay, well...
Add 3 more to
we'll
mine,
retcon
sorry.
that it was piercing.
After the resistance?
Oh, after the resistance, just one more, I
Poison.
guess.
It was because I poisoned it and seasoned it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She loves you so much.
Do
you're not here,
I see, like, it
She does.
I mean,
heal,
Huh?
be reinvigorated?
well, yeah, so as you're punching in, there's a lot of little dogs. So you're, like, having trouble finding purchase on these little things. And same thing with your whip. Like, you whip in there and you feel like it's easy to hit, but that means that, like, you're going to hit one and not more of them, like more of the body. So you kind of hit one and it takes the brunt of the whip damage there, Nanook. Okay. So this thing has now, on its turn, finally made it to to the squid. So fun fact for you guys. Squid, while it was alive, had 150 hit points.
Uh-huh.
Each cart has 75 hit points of squid.
Didn't get an insurance policy.
I completely forgot.
We are taking this as however much damage is done is how much squid is taken away.
That makes sense.
This is an easy, like, it's not 75 pounds or anything.
Actually, I object.
Overruled!
Okay, let's see. It is going to make an attack. It hits because the cart has a very low AC because it's not moving. And it is going to do 28 damage to that cart. Ooh. So I will make a note of that.
That is a lot of dabblage for a little critter.
It's a swarm.
A lot of little critters.
Okay. It's going to do that damage, and you see
They're not.
they notably they are not eating the squid. They have, like, got it in their jaws, and some of the swarm is starting to, like, run back to the sea. Functionally, it's still right there, but they're not eating it right there. Basically, they're taking it back to wherever they are. So you can presumably heal the cart by putting the squid back in.
That's our fish food.
That's my calamari.
Calamari. So Bungie, it is your turn. Pi, you'll be on deck after some more warflings.
That's fine.
Where's the big one?
The ones with the magical effects are big ones.
Oh, okay. So that's
Yep. And the one on the cart is a big one too.
okay. Okay. I am going to. I'm not that far from him.
You can get to either one of them with your movement.
Okay. Well, I will. I plan this completely different in my head, but I'm just going.
That's fine. I planned this combat like 3 weeks ago and forgot that they were resistant to bludgeoning, piercing.
I'm going to
Run up.
unarmed is bludgeon.
Oh my goodness, it's fine.
Unarmed is bludgeon.
It is bludgeoning.
Oh, that's.
We're-
they're
we're-
immune to it.
No, they're resistant.
Resistant.
Oh.
So they take half. But honestly, most of our stuff at this stage is going to be bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. So
Yeah, that's all I got.
just go after it.
That's
Same here. Yeah.
Drink them to death.
Well, before I run up, I'm gonna take
no!
2 or 3 like big swigs from my tankard on my back, and I'm gonna run up to that one, the one closest to the cart, and I'm just going to unarmed strike.
Okay.
Does a 24 hit?
It definitely does.
Okay.
These are resistant to stuff, but they have very low ACs.
1d6. Oh, 9 damage. And then I also want to wait. That was my action. Sorry, I'm just getting used to this whole superiority dice thing.
Oh yeah, fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
You're just gonna punch it.
Yeah. 9.
Okay, yeah, you punch in there, and you don't know whether you're still drunk or if maybe these things are just moving faster. They take a little bit less damage from your attacks, but you still
feels
find
good on my
purchase.
face.
Yeah, oh yeah, you definitely hit something in there. You hear
Oh, that's the stuff.
you hear a yelp.
Bang, bang.
You hear a yelp as you punch this. One of the other warflings go, and then Pi, you're on deck. This one's going to run.
It is still poison. You told me to remind you.
Yeah, what does poison do?
Disadvantage on attack and checks.
Okay. So this one's
1 minute.
This one's gonna run to the same cart right here.
Actually, every time it takes a step, it takes 1 HP.
yeah.
Every time it
Oh.
breathes, it dies.
And it is gonna make an attack on that cart. It's a disadvantage on this.
We just need 10
It's gonna
counters
miss
on
the
it, right?
cart.
Better.
It's gonna miss the cart by one. By one.
Question: did it leave my range for enough?
You don't.
Oh, I don't have a reaction.
reaction
Don't mind me.
anymore.
Just kidding. I'm letting the poison do its work.
So
Trust me, I was regretting that at the same time as you.
these things are moving a little sluggish from your poison. As you see them kind of tripping over themselves, they can't quite get over the edge of the cart to get at these this squid. As they we move on past their turn to Pi's turn.
Yes.
Give us your on deck.
Be careful, they're dangerous.
And edible.
Make signals here.
Yeah.
You're in the water or water's edge over there.
Yeah. Did I get my hour of water? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to shoot one of them with my crossbow, actually.
Okay.
I'm raging first.
There you go.
Yeah, I had clicked it, I just didn't say it. So I'm raging, and I don't think it's gonna give me a bonus on my crossbow, but I'm gonna.
Because it's not strength based.
Yeah, but I'm gonna shoot the one that's like running up because I want to try to slow it down.
The little one?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it has the slow property.
Okay.
So.
Shoot it.
Yeah.
I say the little one, but it's actually technically bigger. It's
Yeah.
just by itself instead of in a swarm.
There's a 13 hit.
It does, just barely.
Nice. So I'm reducing its speed by 10.
Okay.
And then dealing
She's shooting it. She's not moving.
1d8 damage.
And edible.
3 points of damage.
3 points and it's slowed by 10 feet.
Yeah. It's piercing damage if it matters.
Not for the little ones.
Okay. It's reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Yeah. If the creature's
sense.
hit more than once. Yeah, okay. Cool. And then I would like to move, and I'm going to close in on the big guy. Do you observe flanking?
Yes, in this campaign I do.
Great. I'm going to.
Because it's fully martial. No, the big one.
Bungee.
Yep.
So you'll have advantage on your next attack if you stay right there. And I think that's it. That's all I can do. Let me
Okay.
make sure, let me make sure.
That it would have been the warfling that Nanook just incinerated, but instead we go to Kivus.
Yeah.
dangerous.
They're delicious.
I'm pretty sure they're edible. I licked one.
They're dangerously delicious.
That's what BD said. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around and face the poison one that's behind us, seeing that.
Okay. I'm gonna turn you because I like doing that.
Oh, thank you. The other two have clearly got this covered. I will give him a little, and I'll cast my hunter's mark on him.
Okay.
Is that just?
Another ring.
I don't think Hunter's Mark is a ring, is it?
It is. I know it is, and I can never. Here it is. It's because it's a light blue,
Which
I
doesn't.
would not imagine.
You think it's like a green?
Right.
I remember
yeah.
we had that same issue the last session too, putting it on the squid.
And
Yeah.
I'll just pull out my short sword.
They are.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say the real thing.
They are in alphabetical order, but you have to read them backwards, so it makes it really hard. Because they're like the way the rings are
So
written.
would they technically
Right.
not be in alphabetical order? 'Cause
I
it's
still
the
don't
inverse.
understand what she says when she tells me that. To read,
If you
and I
go
figure it out.
left to right down the page, they're in alphabetical order, but the words are flipped. Because when you place the ring down, you
We're
have
in
to be able to
betaphorical
read it.
order.
You have to read it top down.
So what you're saying is that you organized it the intelligent way.
order.
Oh.
15 to hit.
Oh,
That hits the swarm.
Just
it sounded right.
Okay, so it's gonna be 9 and
really
then
not understand.
I do.
Thanks, Sam. You always.
Only because I'm looking at this one.
Yeah, you see, you have to read it backwards.
12.
At the top, so the only part
12
you-
damage, piercing, I'm presuming. Slashing.
Yeah,
One or two.
piercing.
Yeah, so as you poke in there, you feel a purchase on a couple of them, but they're still like tripping over each other because of the poison, and you pretty much stab the same one a bunch of times, so it takes a little bit less damage from that.
Yeah.
It does take damage. It was
Colossus Slayer. That's what it was.
I'm imagining that meme of the guy who's describing like a dog attack, and he's like, "They were feral."
I love that video.
As we move back to, are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. As we move back to Nanook,
Ooh, back to Nanook.
and Wharton, you're on deck.
But I'm on the ground. Sorry, that was a bad joke. I take that one back.
Did you get in range of that one, Kivus?
Yeah, he stabbed it with his sword.
Okay, so you're within 5 feet of it. Nanook is going to again bonus action dash, almost like gliding through the air, Twilight style, like he's running on a moving treadmill. And he's going to get on the other side of that one.
You got it. Oh yeah, use that flanking.
Just so that he has advantage.
Back for a limited time only.
Once again, carrying that rod behind him and swinging it at the last moment, and actually setting his hand on the reel this time, trying to set the hook.
Pull some more little doggos out of there.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
I definitely hits.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, it does. Jeez, terrible rolls on these dice. That's going to be 8 points of dabblage. For what it's worth, that creature has 10 less movement speed.
Okay. I might become very relevant here very soon.
I think that's all I can do.
As this thing's starting to look kind of rough. Still not bloodied, but... Okay. Wart, it is your turn.
Now that I've licked one of them, and my
Got a
hunger,
taste for food.
I've gotten a taste for them. I'm gonna take out my dagger now. It's like my eating knife, is what I really call it, but it's a dagger. And I'm gonna run after the one that's.
That one without a magical effect is not a swarm. So yeah.
And then I'm gonna come after that. I'm gonna swing on it.
Bang.
Nat 20.
Ooh!
Loaded dice.
And it also is going to need to succeed on a DC 12 con save for poison damage. Because it's a piercing weapon.
It succeeds.
Shoot.
Wait,
just the D6.
wrong one. It succeeds. I had the wrong stuff.
It's confusing when you've got multiple ones that are similar.
Well, they both had +0, so it made it pretty easy.
Nice.
Just making sure it didn't have a negative.
That's 10 damage.
10 damage. As you expect this one to be harder to kill, given the swarms are faster, but you gather that as they get bigger and older, they're slower and easier to hit. And you skewer this thing from end to end. It's already ready to be put over the fire. It's spitted.
The shrimp on the bobby.
Can I take a free action to just like slather some poison on it to mark it for later because it's mine?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Oh, that looks tasty.
I'm gonna chuck that over a fire later, spit roast it.
It's dead. Yeah, you can take it off. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna continue with this one. If no one else is there.
Does he get flanking, or does it have to be?
No,
the
yeah.
next across?
If it is flanked, anything that is in melee range of that will get it.
Got it.
Sweet.
Is how I like to rule that.
I'm gonna
Even before flanking disappeared.
expend another.
Nice DM. This one took it away.
Oh no, I
Focus
love
point.
flanking. Right now.
What are you doing?
I'm expending another focus point to do
Okay.
flurry of blows again. So first unarmed strike.
Alex is like, hey, I'll bring it back, but make every enemy more difficult.
Yeah, literally.
5.
I won't bring it back.
5 to hit.
Yeah.
Just watch
That misses.
Ah.
You're
Oh,
running.
wait, advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, flanking. Yeah.
Sorry.
You stripped it.
That was with advantage.
10.
That misses.
Dang.
You slather your meal and you're drooling, and then you're like, oh wait, there's still a fight. And as you go to run, you've made a pool of drool at your feet. You can slip in it as you
don't
run up
have to
towards
sit
them.
in the water for an hour today.
Yeah, and you miss your first flurry of blows.
Second unarmed strike is 20.
That hits.
Assuming non-natural.
No, not. I would have said net 20. And I would have said like that.
And I would have said, put that dice away.
Lab-grown 20.
So that's just
Test tube.
That's tube 20.
it does. It has to
20.
succeed on the DC 13 strength or dex.
Well, nat 1, it's poisoned. You want to put a poison thing on that one, Alex?
It also takes 6 damage.
Half to 3. As you find purchase in one of the weaker ones in the back of the swarm, and you take that one out and you mark it as well for food later.
Hell yeah.
And we move to that swarm of warflings. Bungie, you're on deck. So that swarm of warflings,
Oh, that's how I poisoned Simba.
seeing everyone around it, they're gonna take their 28 damage of squid, and they're gonna attempt to run away.
No.
So these ones are gonna incur about 3 different opportunity attacks as they attempt to run back into the sea.
Yeah, that one's
dashing.
not in my range. I can't get there.
So, Pi, Bungie, and Wart
Can
all have
hard
an
to
option
remember.
for
Can I
opportunity
attempt
attacks.
to? It's a swarm,
Yep.
right? Can I attempt to I guess grapple some of them
Definitely can.
Swarms?
instead of attacking the swarm?
You can attempt it.
Try to grapple some so we save some of the squid.
Ooh, I like that thought. Yes, I will allow that.
Okay.
I was coyly trying to bait you into grappling, something that's immune to being grappled. But
Oh, it's immune to be.
Swarms are immune to being grappled. That's what I was about to say, but I was like,
specifically trying to get some of the squid back. What I will say is, instead of making a grapple check, make an unarmed strike. However much damage you do, that's how much damage of squid that you get back.
Okay. Cool.
And Bungie and Pi, you guys can also make
The
opportunity.
one that's
attacks
in the
on this.
water is what it incurred
I didn't even
opportunity
notice.
attacks.
They will still be
Oh.
at advantage because of flanking.
Okay.
I will.
Oh, yes,
and
that's even
act
better.
the attack.
Yep, I will for sure.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
yeah, Wart!
Does a 24 hit?
It does.
Do you want to go through the poison thing again?
No.
Or? Okay, cool.
It's poisoned already, so it doesn't matter.
Ooh.
It does hit, barely.
Max damage 11.
11, okay.
Slashing.
That is 14 damage.
After 7. Oh no, 14. That's how much. So it's not taking that because you're grappling. You're
Correct. So
saving
yeah, I was
14
saying
of the-
I'm trying to save squid because
Okay.
I want my calamari.
Okay. And Bungie?
It's a 4.
4 points of damage, half to 2. Okay. Is it
They are resistant to slashing or bludgeoning.
all?
Slashing, bludgeoning, piercing.
And immune to grapple, apparently.
Swarms are
Yeah.
because it's swarms in general are also usually resistant to all of those because the regular ones
Oh,
are
that's
not.
right. Yeah.
Okay, and it is action dashing, so I don't know if someone wants to help me move that thing 30 feet more than that.
So I say 14 squid pieces.
You did say 14 of the 28, so half.
Yeah.
You did really well.
Thank you. Can you say that again?
You did really well. Bungie. Bungie, it is your turn.
Good boy.
Ward feels great.
I'm so sorry.
So now, it's your turn proper.
that super messed up. That's it.
Yeah, the other one ran away. If you can chase after it, but it's in the water, and you don't have a swim speed. So
I'm going to I'm just gonna turn on the one that's closest to us, and
you have flanking, so advantage.
I'm gonna reach out and just try to grab him by the scruff and go bang, bang. 20 for 25.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that's the second time you've called it at 20 with that.
Hey, I felt bad at first that I forgot that these things were resistant. I don't anymore. I don't.
It's okay. I don't think you should.
Hey, we had a lot of time to cook these characters up.
20 crew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well I'm rolling 4s.
Someone had to.
All right, for 9, so
Max damage
half
too.
that, yeah. Was that 4?
4. That's with your double from the crit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
That's
Double
12
it to
plus
12.
So 12 plus.
So 15 for
15 half
7.
to 8, 7. Wishful thinking.
I beat you.
Damn.
It is bloodied.
Math.
As you boom and you've punched in the heads of a couple of these smaller warflings that are now like splattered on the ground.
I think I heard 5 booms.
As it
That's
is,
how he tells if it's edible.
it is that warfling's turn.
It's certainly deadable.
You just see Wart slap his knee like.
It is going to attempt to run away. It is, Jesus.
Grab him by the inner tubes.
It's going to attempt to move. Its full movement that way.
I'm definitely going after him.
So Kivas, this time you get an opportunity attack, and Dylan, you get another one because you just had a turn, so you get your reaction back.
Nice, good timing.
All at advantage.
It is better than 4.
Better than 4. It's advantage.
Oh my god. I'm taking a chat roll because with advantage, I just rolled 2 nat 1s.
Love to see it.
Just so you're aware, that's what happened to me. I'm taking a 10 from chat. Thank you, chat, for saving me from that nat 1
Wait.
fate.
No, you can't take a chat roll because then
Yeah, you're using your reaction right now. Thank you, Caleb.
I just no he. Oh no! I didn't realize you took a chat roll.
So
It's okay.
Wart was telling me to take a
It's
chat
okay.
roll.
I can add it back.
I can't take a chat roll. But
No, because
what I
this is
can
your
do-
reaction. Yeah,
But I think I can use precision attack. Right?
14.
I guess so. I
like-
don't know how fighters work.
When you miss with an attack roll, you can expend 1 superiority die and add the die to that attack
You should
roll.
trust this one.
Yeah,
All right.
you roll that dice and
You
add
want to
it.
roll this one? It's giving me like 4 nat 12.
Put my 10
might,
back.
honestly.
So it's a D8.
Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Okay, so
Do you add your proficiency whenever you do opportunity attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same as a regular attack.
5 damage.
does 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
I tried.
Which one are we?
Sorry, I'm feeling a little winded. Oh.
So bloody, it just slipped out of my hand.
So it is also going to move its full 60 out into the sea. Actually, it's going to stop by Wart. Wart, I'm assuming you like grabbed it and you're holding that 14 stuff in your hands, or did you just like slap it out of its mouth?
If we're going off of
Ate it
what
all.
The grapple.
Wart has done kind of
I'm
consistently.
not going to say you can't have eaten it all because that's like an
No,
action. Okay.
I'm thinking he probably stuffed it in his trousers.
Okay.
Because that's where I
So-
typically put fish.
These warflings are
Or
gonna
the half-eaten fish.
they're gonna make a drive by
Got
on their
us.
way to the
On your
sea.
trousers.
They're trying to take my pants? Well, I didn't know it was this kind of campaign.
And their poisons have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Correct. For 1 minute.
These here are trouser dogs looking for frog dongs.
You're not going to find what you're looking for there. It's not that kind of squid.
Does an 8 hit?
No.
Okay. They're gonna keep on running. They're not gonna get the dash because they tried to attack, but they're gonna move the rest of their 30.
I did 11.
I look around and I'm like,
altogether.
Sorry.
Oh, what was that?
I was asking if the dogs are in your way.
Oh no, they're not.
They're just plopped on this little poof.
No, some of them have. A couple of them have come up and
I
my
look
side,
around
they're
like,
good.
I think I almost lost my trousers.
So Pi, it is your turn. The one that's running away does not have any squid. The one that's further away does have some squid still.
14.
Okay.
14 squid left.
How far away is he?
60 feet from. A little less than 60 feet from me.
So how does it work with like?
So I
The crossbow. If it's the.
So, if I can.
Did you hear his
standing
damage from
leap?
Hunter's Mark?
Did.
From Hunter's Mark?
It's the same damage type though, right?
It's force. They changed it.
Oh, okay.
It's 5 and
And I will
then
add
6.
3 more damage because I did hear it.
With a standing leap, I can standing leap up to. I can like long jump 25 feet. Does that count as my full movement, or would I still have my 25 walking after that?
Standing leap does subtract from your regular movement.
Is my movement
Yeah.
okay? Then I'm gonna.
It's like flying.
Yeah, I guess I'll shoot him with my crossbow.
Pretty sure. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Shooting the further one that has.
Yeah, the one that has
Okay.
stiff. 15 to hit.
That hits.
Hits. So he will have 10 feet less of movement till the start of my next turn, and that's 4 points of pointy damage.
Pointy damage. Half to 2 damage. As you snipe one of the warflings from the beach. Sadly, that one did not have any squid in its mouth, but you did diminish their numbers.
I was shooting the one with the squid in it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the swarm. Not all of the ones in that
I
swarm
see.
have.
It's a swarm. I forgot.
It has 14 until it gets down to 14 hit points. You guys aren't gonna get that squid unless you do like weird, fun grapple thing that. If you think outside the box, I'll allow it. Anyway, Nanook, it is your turn. Wart, you're on deck.
All right. As they're trying to make it back to the sea, I'm going to try and recuperate as much as I possibly can. Is that the actual position of that one?
Yes.
Because I can definitely get in range of that, and I think the others may be able to get to the one that's closest to the shore.
You have a swim speed?
I believe I do.
I taught him to swim.
Michelle,
No, I taught him to
as hard as I
swim.
can.
That was in our backstories.
And can I yell out to Nanook? It's like,
Tried.
use the hook to fish some of the squid back. I don't know, something like that.
No, I don't. I don't have a swim speed, but I can get on the shore just off that rock, and I think 10
With a
feet.
10-foot reach.
Yep.
If I make the perfect cast.
I'll give it to you. You don't have to measure it. I'll give you that. If you get there.
And it's like Goofy style,
Yeah.
like from the Goofy movie. You got to do the whole wind
The
up.
whole one.
Yeah, you see Nanook as he gets close with his bonus action dash. He leaps in the air, clicks his heels together, spins the rod around, and as he lands, he gets on his tiptoes, leaning out forward as the rod sears through the atmosphere.
And do you yell, yo?
No, I think I'm seeing them eye to eye.
Best song ever written. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
When I was
Man,
a
what a
kid,
power line.
When I was a kid, I watched that movie so many times.
Right?
I broke the VHS tape, and my sister had to go to the store that night because I was inconsolable.
Like my phone.
A whopping 4 damage.
Half to
2.
Okay.
As he pulls back a bit of the squid meat, he's
So you pull back one of the warflings, and you check its mouth, and you're like, oh, no squid. As we move to
Not
Wart,
much more than live bait.
and then it is going to be that warfling's turn after that.
They're playing Squid Games, but
I'm not kidding y'all. My watch just told me, go look at the moon.
Oh, did we say that this thing is bloodied, or is this one bloodied?
That one's bloodied. It has no squid.
It has no squid.
That one has squid.
What does it look like? Is it worse for wear, or is it not taking much damage?
I don't think
Pretty bad. Not bloodied, but it's bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go after it, Frog.
It does have 10 feet less movement.
It has 20 feet because Morgan also hit it.
Yeah.
And
Get
reduced its
wrecked.
spin. So if it dashes, it's going to move a whopping 20 feet next turn.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna bonus action dash. Yeah, bonus action dash, and
And you have a swim speed, so you can get there.
and
You
then
actually may not even need the bonus action dash because you have 35 feet.
I was.
Where's the line? Who has the line?
It's right there.
Here.
That's 30 feet, so 5 more than that.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus.
35? He can get. This is
Right.
him.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. I was looking at the wrong frog. My bad.
Yeah, get there.
Right.
So are we like in shallow water, or is it kind of like too deep for me to use my?
Right there, with your size, you're probably swimming.
Okay, so
Stay above the water.
I'm gonna keep at it with the dagger because I'm not gonna be able to use my quarterstaff swimming. Probably.
You can,
okay.
unless it says you can't. You can.
I'm gonna choose to use the dagger.
Okay, that's If that wants to be your reason, you can. If you were looking to me to like,
No, it was more of like thinking through myself. If I'm swimming, I'm probably not gonna want because
that's fair.
I'm not advantaged. I'm going to attack it with my dagger. And as I'm attacking, I'm like looking at which ones that have squid. And I, within the swarm, am I able to? No. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna.
You did a
attack.
really fun grapple thing before. That's why I allowed it because
Okay.
you were thinking outside of the box.
Okay. I'm gonna-
Obviously, you're trying to hit the ones that have squid in their mouth.
Okay. I'm gonna go and attack.
How many are
12.
left in this one?
10.
A little more than half. What?
Oh.
12 to hit? That does not hit.
Oof.
13 is the AC, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to use my last focus point. I'm a flurry of blows again.
Okay.
Do it. Use it or lose it.
I'm not gonna grapple this time because
Okay.
this is a swarm.
Is it true?
And
if you don't use it,
unless you let me do the same thing as last time.
You can. You know it works now. You know that you
Cool.
can grab the squid.
Well, I'm gonna try to do that twice.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Cool. Oof. Not that one. That's a nat one.
We have 50 viewers.
Yeah.
And 15.
15 hits. So roll your damage. See how much squid you get back.
Right, I could have done. I'm not gonna. It's too late. 15 hits. I'm going to go 9.
9. You've gotten most of that squid back. It still has some. But you pocket 9 more hit points of squid.
Do you want to go through the poison thing again?
No, because it's already poisoned.
It's
Want
a,
to tack on the minute again? Just reset the
Yeah, it
minute?
resets. That,
it's a different
6
kind of
seconds
fishing,
before
isn't
it
it?
reset.
This is called noodling.
So it has 10 feet of movement.
It does.
So it's going to turn around knowing that it really can't get anywhere. It's going to turn around and it's going to
No, move
try to get some of those squid back.
move 10 freaking feet, damn it.
I need to keep it within 10 feet because I'm not.
At disadvantage, does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay. That disadvantage really helped you because that would have been like a 19. Anyway. Yeah. It's going to try to move its 10 feet after attacking and not really hitting, so it's going to try to move 10 feet towards that.
Second opportunity!
So,
And I say try because I know if you hit something, gross happens.
Not that gross. It is pretty gross. It's pretty gross. It only.
Are you also going to make your attack about?
100%.
It only.
I'm gonna let
stacks
him go
once,
first.
though, and it's not per turn. It is at all. So if it's already got 10 feet less movement, I'm not going to be able to set it to
he gets
0.
advantage
That's what you're
too,
wondering.
right?
Oh.
I don't. I don't get advantage. Flanking is when you're in melee.
Oh, fair enough.
That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
I always get confused on
He's
those
not going to
dice.
kill you, so you can roll to hit.
Oh, okay.
Might kill.
He might.
You're rolling 2 dice, you're not going to kill it.
Roll 3 dice.
3 dice, not going to kill it.
Not gonna kill.
14 points of slashing damage as he begins to move and he realizes he's already been caught.
You pull another couple of a few this time on one reel. You're getting better at fishing warflings, but yeah, none of them have squid in their mouths still.
Mine was an 8.
That misses. So if you would kindly move it 10 feet back. Yep. Now that it's being whipped on the shore. Bungie, it is your turn. Sadly.
That foiled my plan.
I know.
I was going to see if I could use my dash to get to where... I can't reach now, but I was going to see if, since I don't have a swim speed, if I would be allowed to like dash to like the edge and then use rabbit hop to hop 10 feet and try to like tackle the swarm. Is there any of them around? Oh, I guess I'll just go beat up this guy that's on the shore.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run that way and is that
you're gonna have to get in the water a little bit, but that won't affect your movement.
It's gonna make my fur a little.
Oh no, you're poisoned.
Oh. I don't know if you can fix that, Caleb, but I can reach. As you drunkenly stumble over there.
Good, amount of scruff to hold this warfling line. All right, and I'm just gonna
roll.
Unarmed strike. Yes.
No advantage this time, unless you have something that gives it to you.
No.
You're gonna be on deck.
Actually, I would like to, instead of just running up, can I like use the dash action to get to him so that I can use a superiority die and do lunging attack?
Sure.
Yeah, because then that'll let me, as long as I move at least 5 feet in a straight line before hitting with a melee attack, I can add a superiority die to my damage. Well, I guess I'll see. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will add Dabbage. 8.
Yeah, you see if you hit first before you waste your resources.
Yeah. 6. Bang! Okay. 7 plus 5 is 12. But half is 6.
Yep. 6 damage on this thing. As there are fewer and fewer warflings as you're just
beating up.
They're amphibious, but you are just drowning them. You're stuffing them into the dirt as you're stomping in there. You come lunging in and you literally just like step on 2 of them and bury their heads.
Do you also follow
in
the way of the jackalope?
The order of the jackalope, you think?
It's Pie. It is. It'll be your turn after these warflings, but you'll be
like,
next.
what's Bungie doing?
So these warflings are going to turn around, seeing their new adversary next to them. They're going to attempt. Bungie, they're going to attempt to attack you back. Bring it. This poison is saving you guys. That is a nat 1 as they go to stomp at you. But give me a sleight of hand check.
No, don't do it. Refuse.
I think I'm okay at these.
16.
Okay. Pie, it's your turn.
Oh, I don't get any squid back.
That one doesn't have any squid.
Oh.
Wow.
I thought if I rolled high, I'd be like...
I'm the only one with squid in my pants.
Yeah.
Says you.
Excuse me. I'm closing in on the one by Bungie.
Okay.
For advantaged attack.
I didn't know.
I feel like this last group, we're just going to be like, stop. I'm back.
17 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Yeah.
Oh, be careful, Pie. They're dangerous. Delicious.
I got it. 8 points of slashing damage.
There is a dead sure that I've marked with poison for later.
It's already skewered.
I think it's already calculating my
it will be
advantages.
Now, anything else? Yeah, if you've selected it, it's already adding everything for you.
The other one is the one with the tentacle.
Yeah, it's got 5 hit points of tentacle, which in the grand scheme of your 150 isn't much, but if you want to get all of it back, you can try to get all of it back.
Oh, like the tentacle is almost gone?
Yeah, Wart has gotten most of it back.
Okay. I mean, it can go swim over there, but he's already out there, so I'm just gonna stay right here.
Okay.
Close 10.
Kivas, it is your turn.
I will go ahead and put my short sword up, knock up an arrow, and
I don't know why I thought you were like putting your
doing to
short
that
sword
arrow?
in the bow for a second. I thought you were
firing it.
yeah.
Hey, can I do that? No.
You could try.
And I will.
I'll wait for you to fail.
I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot this one.
Okay.
Way out there.
Well, does this one? This one's the one that has the squid, right? Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
The other one is hunter's marked.
Not as
Right.
much anymore, though.
Yeah.
I know, and I debated moving.
Oh, I'm not saying one way or another. I'm just reminding you.
I think it only has 5 squid left.
It only has 5 squid left.
Right.
And a lot more than 5 hit points.
That's not bad.
Hey, we're moving up in the world.
17.
That hits.
Play.
For sure.
And then so it's gonna be 6 piercing damage, and then Colossus Slayer 7.
Ooh.
Hunter
subclass? Is it just extra of the damage?
When you hit a creature with the weapon does an extra 1d8 damage. Yeah. So and then an additional 7.
So 6 and 7 is 13, half
Yeah.
to 6.
It's like in the movies whenever they got somebody running off way in the distance and they're like, watch this. Chuck a rock at him or whatever.
And then miss. Oh, no, they actually hit. Yeah, you're right.
And it is slowed down by 10 feet as well.
You guys are so. I should have paid more attention to your character sheets before I made this encounter. I mean, you guys are having a really easy time.
You're not getting away from us.
I was worried. Well, the reason I said this because I would have made the encounter, but I was worried that it was too difficult. It is not.
Nothing about having 23 squid in your pants is easy.
You're on deck, Nanook. Anything
I'm
else,
hearing
Kivas?
No, I think that's everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nook, it is your turn.
Kind of campaign.
Okay.
It's not that kind of campaign.
Both of these swarms are looking bloodied.
Seeing that this one with the squid is getting away, and knowing that that's the priority, he turns towards the one that Pi is fighting, looks a bit worried for a moment, and then sort of recenters himself, trusting you to do what you need to do. He's going to suck a hand into his shell, and when it comes back out, there's a very skinny dart that he just sort of. Natural 20.
Oh I thought you were gonna say natural 1. I was be like, oh fuck.
On a D4 damage. No sneak
Hopefully
attack.
you roll max damage.
No sneak
Could
attack?
happen.
Ward? Oh, it did move out of Ward's
Yeah,
range.
I thought about holding my action for that, but I'm just going for it. 7 points of piercing damage.
have to
The dart that I'll never get
breathe.
back.
as it's I mean, it's a swarm, so it kills whatever you hit.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so that you can potentially get that dart back as it.
Ward,
sinks to
get
the
my
bottom.
dort!
Oh,
It's a dort.
Dort. Ward, it is your turn to figure out what a dort is.
I'm like, I don't have a dictionary on me. Well, might as
You
well
have
just go
23
back to the
squid.
swarm. I'm gonna run up on him again. I'm gonna attempt to get the remaining squid and do the
Grapple stuff?
the grapple stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it with my action and bonus action if I don't get enough squid on the first one.
It has 5 left, so
Cool.
let's see.
So first one, 13.
That hits
hold on.
exact.
Yes, that's an 8. It looked like a 3 from a distance for a second, and I was like, wait a second.
That hits exactly.
Sweet, 13 feels great. Feels great.
What?
Sorry,
Okay,
man.
well.
I don't think it's factoring in
9.
extra like damage thing.
9?
Yeah.
You pocket the rest of it, and you take out one more of the warfling as you do.
Did you get all of the squid back?
Sure did.
Well, then I guess we can let this one go.
But food.
You have plenty on the shore.
We're not eating the squid.
So yeah, the if you guys let them, they will just run away.
Are they known for?
They're like scavengers.
Yeah, but are they going to go
Exact
like, get their
revenge.
friends and come back? Yeah.
No. Normally, normally yes, but you looking out into the ocean, you see just beyond the mat here, in that in the fantasy world, the current is moving. As soon as they reach that, they're washing way back.
They also see me actively drowning their friends.
I'm gonna use.
You're like stepping on them.
I'm gonna use my bonus
Waterboarding
action to unarmed strike shove.
I haven't waterboarded
Okay.
anybody on the channel in a while.
Just to shove some of them.
Was that a check from?
It is. It's the same thing. DC 13, strength or dex.
Oh, and that one and a nat 2, so they fail.
Yeah.
Sweet.
On disadvantage.
Sweet.
So they're pushed.
I can either have them have the prone condition or push 5 feet.
Well, they're immune
Since
to prone.
it's a
so
swarm,
choose
yeah.
wisely.
Just gonna push them 5 feet.
No, don't do that one.
You want to push them 5 feet this way, perhaps?
Oh, they're trying to run away, and
It just
they all
says
have all
5
the
feet
squid.
away, so I would assume in the direction directly away from
5
me.
feet away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you wanted to skirt them and then push them back
5 feet away.
that way.
Murder all of them.
If you really just want to murder them, can I just say I squirted them instead?
I think that fits with what you were trying to do. You wanted to eat these things, so.
Shove them 5
feet that
The
way.
question is this milestone or experience based?
This is whenever we get to the time skip, you guys level up 3 levels. Until then, you don't.
And then after I've shoved it, I'm gonna use some more movement to
Shove it again.
I don't have another bonus.
Oh, okay.
Just get up on it and play goalie.
Okay.
Like, oh, where are you going? Where are
Fitting.
you going?
It is its turn. It's gonna, seeing you between it and its line of escape, it is going to try and attack you before it moves out of your range.
Did you want to do the poison thing again, or just give it another minute?
Does a 15 hit?
15? Yes.
Oh no, someone took damage!
You're lucky you have
Has
squid
nobody
on
taken
you
any damage?
because it's gonna take all. It doesn't have enough hit points to carry all of it, so it's only gonna take 21 of the 28 squid that you.
Question.
Oh, wait. Otherwise, it would have done that damage to you.
Question.
Can he take
I
the
have deflect attack. Can I reduce the amount of squid it takes using deflect attack? Because it would have it would have reduced the damage.
Okay, how much you reducing the 28 damage by?
1d10 plus 6.
Okay.
Big roll. Big
See
roll
what happens
here.
when we get greedy?
Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is only 14
That is,
because it's halved,
I see.
so it does less damage.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Nanook must
You
be
might actually reduce all of it.
11.
So it only takes 3 squid.
And I can get the rest.
Okay. And then it is going to move its full 30 feet towards the current.
Do I get an opportunity
You
attack?
sure do.
I'm gonna do the same thing and try to get those squid back.
I don't think I'm close. I don't think I'm close enough for one, but I'll ask anyway.
No, because it was within range, moved 10 feet, and he pushed it 5 feet back.
Yeah, yeah.
22.
That hits.
Sweet.
Are you
Love
doing
this
at least 3 damage?
7.
Yep. So you get all 3 of the squid back
And I will let it go.
as it runs off. Yeah, so it's
Don't come back.
it's going straight that way. It can move through your space, so it's going straight that way. Yeah. Bungie, it is your turn.
My squid.
Again, these things are
Tell your
looking to run
friends,
away. You can
this
continue
is
to attack
our
it, or you
beach.
can let it go.
I don't know what a dort looks like. I couldn't find one.
Actually, don't come back with your friends at all.
As it's as they're barking as they get hauled off in the distance.
As an empathetic person, I would like to let him go
That's
away.
one we're spit roast.
But
Oh yeah, no.
as
What a Bungie
somebody
would-
that's currently drunk on these fists, I'm just gonna keep whacking them.
Give me another sleight of hand check first.
Oh, 20.
Okay.
30, 20. I'm wondering what these sleight of hand checks.
The glass.
Oh.
I cast the first level spell, Deflect Squid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
That's funny.
I'm going to.
You have a great chat.
Ah.
I know. It's funny.
I missed. It's a 2. Or wait.
You take a chat roll.
Well, I'm thinking. Do I just?
Use your superiority dice.
Yeah. Well, I saw a 2 and I was like, but D8.
We know it's at least 13
Yeah.
AC.
Yeah, I think because I was forgetting I have +5 to hit.
Mhm.
You do have some
7
tins.
plus. Not 12.
You missed by 1.
Yeah. I was like, I think 13 hits.
Yeah, I think 13 is
He
the.
skirts away, I guess. I guess.
He slips by. He.
Okay. Is that all for you, Bungie?
Yeah.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
swarm,
Yeah.
it's going to make an attack on you before it attempts to run away.
Bring it. Get wrecked.
Does a 13 hit?
No, actually, it does not.
He was so quick to say no.
No matter what.
It was rolling pretty bad on the disadvantage. Now it's rolling like average on the disadvantage. Okay, so then it is going to attempt to move away. You get an opportunity attack if you would like.
All right.
Straight towards you, not towards Wart. It is going straight out to the sea.
Huh. How does a 13 sound?
It hits.
I will also be taking one of those.
I do.
You have advantage on that.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were back there.
Oh, well.
Nat 20.
Wow.
Well,
Bungie, I do need another sleight of hand check.
It would be, I guess, either way, 13 or dirty 21.
Okay.
And then sleight of hand.
I've had a lot of nat 20s.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, there.
Oh, how does a 21 sound?
That's pretty good.
13 slash.
What's this for?
Why?
Am I like secretly stealing shit off of him?
13 slashing half to 6.
Mhm.
Okay. With that crit.
With a crit. Yeah, I rolled a 4
Oh.
on the d6.
Oh, that's not bad. That's above
No,
average.
yeah.
And what damage are you doing? I
Oh.
stole your damage.
Oh, no,
away.
you're good. You're good. I forgot that this has damage.
Nat 20s everywhere.
How does
Nice.
a 9 have to 4 sound?
It sounds like it sounds
4.
like that thing's dead.
Oh!
Did it. You tried to
As
run away,
we-
and we said,
And only some of them escaped.
As we leave initiative, or you turn back to the shore to see your slew of food that you have killed, and you see the cloth that was on that one billowing in the wind.
I am completely mesmerized by the billowing, and I will go and take that as my trophy from all the squid gain.
Yeah, you can't eat cloth, so you might as well keep it.
Yeah, might as well.
You're gonna eat the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna tie it around
Be
my
proud.
tie it around my neck. Let it.
Alex, you heard Dylan?
You have a cloak of billowing.
He said
Oh,
Hozoot
yeah.
would be proud.
Question. I've been thinking about this since I got in the water with all the squid in my pants. Are we gonna have to resalt all this?
I'm not gonna make you guys do that.
Sweet. Awesome.
Boil in some water.
I wasn't
salt
sure if
water.
we were gonna
No,
be
no,
that
no.
realistic.
That's too nitty gritty. Yeah, no.
I need time for a bathroom.
I'll
break,
go back
actually.
and I'll put all the squid that they took back into the carts.
You guys did not lose any squid.
Yeah.
Because Wart was quick thinking on his feet to do the grapple.
No.
Did get doused in pee, though.
Yeah.
Did get doused in pea water.
Wait, will it be?
And,
We
Dustin,
both said we were
and
peeing.
all
in
of
there.
the squid has been in contact with my bear
I was
skin.
about to say, will
It's
it poison
all
whoever we're
poisoned.
bringing it to?
All of the squid is
Shit, it is
poisoned right
poisoned.
We'll
now. Without thinking,
For only a
I'm
minute,
throwing
though.
it all in the.
For only a minute.
It has all of my juices.
I didn't know it was
It's
this
that
kind of
a
campaign.
Oh, God.
No, Wart. I saw your frog foo earlier. And,
Toad foo.
your toad foo.
You're thinking of Taekwon Frog.
Ooh. I think maybe, based on how you deflected those attacks, you could have a new stance in the lineup. A deflect squid. Oh, yes. Very fast lightning tentacle moves.
You see me just go. I'm gonna throw all the squid in the cart, and I'm immediately gonna go to
Which cart you throwing it in?
the one that it got taken out of.
Do you know which one that is?
It was the one that is
Closest
right
one.
next to Kivis.
Just making sure.
Yeah, we can't put any extra in the other one. The guy said 30 carts are gonna break.
All right, the one
Starting
next to
cards.
Kivis is the one they took it out of. That's the one I'm gonna put it. I remember. Then
Nook comes
see,
behind you and
Kivas is like
checks,
playing-
and he slaps not the squid you put in there, but the squid that isn't poisoned, and he goes, "That's not going anywhere."
then I'm
Pieces fall out.
Please don't bruise the squid.
I'm gonna then go and find the warfling that I marked with my poison for later.
Bigger one, yeah.
And I'm gonna drag that over and with my dagger start carving off fillets to like cook.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow FDA
would be-
guidelines.
It would be Pie and Nanook's watch.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm thinking pork.
I'll take over from here.
Yeah.
Hard to go back to sleep after a rush like that.
I'm gonna make
Ooh.
sure that it reaches an internal temp of 165. I'm gonna treat it like poultry.
How you gonna tell that?
I don't know. I don't know. Leave it over the fire
Wow,
for
that
like
feels hot enough.
5 minutes. 5 minutes on each side. They're
Yeah.
thin fillets.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'm a chomp. But
Okay,
can I rub some of the squid on it to season it with some of the salt, or do we have salt that I can use?
Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
I'll say you have some salt.
That's me.
You're on a beach. You can
8.
salt pretty easily.
8.
I have rations. That'll have salt in it.
I'll say you're able to get 2 days worth of rations from this. You burned some of it because you cooked it for a little too long, making sure that it wasn't.
There's a little fire.
Yeah, you cooked it for a little too long, trying to make sure that it wasn't bad, and you overcooked some of it.
Sweet.
But you do get 2 days worth of rations from that.
I'm immediately gonna eat some of it.
So you have 1 day's worth of rations.
Yes. The whole point of cooking it now was to eat.
Of we'll say warfling jerky. You have 1 ration of warfling. jerky.
Are you putting the rest in your pants?
No, I'm gonna look over to Nanook and be like, "See, edible."
Oh, I suppose if you cook it down, anything is edible.
I hand my other ration to Nanook and be like, "Here, try. It's good."
I'm going to inspect it to see if he's touched it with his poisonous fingers.
I most definitely have, because that's not something I think about.
Wait. Let me try it first, Nanook.
By all means, I didn't know you were hungry. Sorry.
I'll taste it and be like, this is definitely poison.
Nook's going to do the thing where he turns to the side.
Oh, yummy! Ah.
Give me a performance check.
I had a feeling that was
I
coming.
call those bluffs.
Please do.
But do I contest it, or are you just gonna tell me if I?
No,
know
you
this?
can contest it. Insight.
So good.
Oddly, I'm good at insight.
Very insightful.
I had an 18.
11.
You're like, that's not how you eat things. Poor Nanook, and I'll tap him on his arm.
Sorry, I'm old. Oh, boy!
For the next minute, you're poisoned.
It is a save. It's
On save?
Oh, yeah.
DC 12
Strength or dex, right?
or no, DC 13 strength or dex.
Save?
Save.
15.
Perfect. See? It's all good.
You've lived with Pi.
And it's a dex save. He just, whoo! He pulls his arm away.
You've lived with Pi, especially whenever Pi was learning to walk. You had to be very creative to like help Pi not fall,
We
but
flash
also
to like a marionette scene where he's got his fishing line all strung up.
Oh, you walk like this.
or like Pi trips over something and you like catch her real quick with the fishing rod and pull her up.
I'll just be like, oh no, I get it. You're saving it for later.
Yes,
And
yes,
I'll
of course.
I'll go back to chewing on mine and finish eating mine.
Okay. Either Nanook or Pi, are you staying up for their watch too? Because you said you were going to take the third watch.
No, I'm gonna eat and then go and then wait for my watch.
So yeah, either Pi or Nanook perception.
I'll take it just because my perception's really good. I did roll kind of poorly, but it's still a 14.
A 14. Okay. Yeah, you know now to check for the waters, and the beach. But you gather that might have been some last stragglers of warflings coming from the front. Not too much else should be coming this way. because anything in the ocean is going to be swept down past AO.
You know, that's probably just a bunch of stragglers. There's not much that's going to be able to push past the current up from the waves now that AO is moving at speed.
You also earlier said that we wouldn't get attacked because nothing comes up on the beach.
I don't recall saying that.
I recall you saying that.
Well, sometimes we're wrong.
Well, regardless of if
It seems we've all learned a valuable lesson today.
regardless of if Nanook's
Everyone
logic,
loves squid.
regardless of if Nanook's logic is sound or not, their watch does go uneventful from then on. As Wart, you are woken up for the final watch. Perception check.
Whoa, 18. Sorry.
So while you're taking watch, you're eating your jerky, you're picking through some of the other warflings that are on the ground, and then you're like, oh shoot, I should be watching. And so you like look around.
Cape is billowing the whole
Yeah,
time.
yes, with your cape billowing behind you, standing watch. You hear what sounds to be like warfling barking coming from trees. It's like
They're in the trees.
Like back towards land, like this direction.
Towards land. I'm immediately gonna run over to Bungie because I know he's taking the fourth watch.
It doesn't exist. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to like shake him away, but by like the face.
Yeah.
Like,
So you can extra poison me.
yeah. Just like Bungie. Hey, Bungie.
And I'm just not waking up.
He starts
The
foaming
poison
out of
doesn't
the
even,
mouth.
it's not even affecting him.
Eventually, like the snoring and all breathing ceases.
Does alcoholism mean you're immune to poison?
Whenever you're sleeping,
Give me a strength check while you're trying to wake him up.
Oh boy.
'Cause I am a big rabbit.
I mean, I imagine the fur
those
would help you with the
Nine.
poison condition. Like,
Okay, yeah. You're not able to shake him enough. He's dense. You don't expect him to be that dense because he looks fluffy, but they're like you go to
All
touch his
muscle.
face,
That's a great
and there's like barely any fluff. You're
I'm
like, oh.
gonna go up and just like
Just give me an attack roll.
just
Oh no.
Unarmed strike.
Oh no, 7.
Yeah, you
said
you
no.
do that, and when you jump up, Bungie rolls over, and you like elbow right into the ground.
Like, oh, clever bunny. I guess since I can't wake him,
You do though. Whenever you hit the ground, you hear a crack.
my
it's your
arm,
elbow.
my arm. Can
Oh,
I?
did we just crack the
I'm
shell?
okay though, right?
Wait,
Yeah, your arm feels fine.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Is it a twig?
Slide of hand checks.
You gather it might be.
Did I break my staff?
No.
Okay. Whew. That's really all I care about.
Wait. Did he break my flask?
You're asleep.
Find out in the morning.
I'm gonna look down and see what I broke.
Okay. Yeah, you broke his flask.
Throwing things.
Was it empty?
Oh, definitely not.
I'm gonna look down and be like,
My machinations.
I'm immediately gonna weigh the options between dealing with Bungie and his broken flask or the supposed warflings. I'm gonna go towards the warflings, and I'm gonna try to inspect, like, kind of slowly, not
Okay.
running, but inspect to
Give
see.
me an investigation check then.
That is 14.
14. You're creeping towards the trees. You hear the barking every now and again. You're getting closer. You're looking around for it, and you hear it coming from above you. And you're like, they can climb. And as you look up, you see branches are rubbing together, and that's what's making the barking noise.
Oh, because it's bark. It's tree bark. That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh, knee slap, and laugh. I'm like, and then remember what I did to the flask, and immediately panic again, and then go and find where Kivus is sleeping.
The responsible one.
And he immediately do the same thing, grab him by the head and be like, Kivus, Kivus.
Kivus, are you a heavy sleeper? Do we
We're
need
all
checks
in
to wake you up, or-
danger.
No,
I took the drunk's alcohol away.
I made Bungie sober.
So the rest of the campaign is him just detoxing.
I don't think Kivus would be a light sleeper with his scouting history. Yeah.
You deal with these consequences.
So
Like, Kivus, save me.
is it morning already? Is it back to first watch?
It would be like the sun would probably be really close to coming up. At this
And he does need to do a con save. Sorry.
strength or dex, right?
We're gonna say that's not cocked and it's a nat 20.
That's fair. Honestly, that's fair. It was more on the 20.
Yeah.
Cool. Kivus, I did a bad thing.
Immediately, I look over at the squid.
No, not Bungie.
What did you? Where's Bungie? Is he?
He's sober. Sorry.
What are you?
Face you looked at me.
So, what are you? That's not good.
He doesn't. He's going dry.
What are you?
Cold turkey.
It wasn't me.
You just told me it was you.
No, it was the trees.
No.
They were in the
No. You just told me. I'll walk over. Does he have another supply of alcohol, or is it just the flask?
I don't know. And I don't know if I want to find out.
Yes, I imagine he has to have some, like, we were only going for 2 days, so it wasn't.
I imagine you can see like there's a crack in the. It's just like pouring out still. Just gushing.
Oh, I imagined it was shattered.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
That's what I was.
All on the ground.
Give me a history check.
Okay. Because if he has more
Relatively low
alcohol,
DC.
we're safe. If he doesn't, then we have problems. We got to figure out.
Is it a nat 1 or 4 again? Not that low of a D.
Hey, you thought the Warflings were the deadly encounter.
No, it's sober Bungie.
This is it.
We're so off topic. I love it.
15.
Oh, 15?
Yeah.
Oh, you took it.
I was like, you have a plus 14?
I
What
looked
the
at
fuck?
him. I was like, I kind of want to see where this goes. Just take the nat one.
You also
I'm the
know
next
with your
roll for
15
initiative.
that the AO settlement doesn't really have alcohol. Where you're going doesn't have alcohol.
Oh, this man about
So
to
he
just
really
be
doesn't have any
sober.
way to resupply either.
I'm looking.
Okay.
How bad is it?
What if you just
listen.
keep
How
him
much
poisoned?
have we?
See if
Hooked
he
up.
notices.
Have you? We? No, there's no we in this
You're in this
situation.
now, boss.
No.
Are we there?
No, we're sleeping.
Everybody's sleeping.
Well,
We're like whispering.
At
back
this
and
at
forth.
this point, everyone would probably start to wake up because it was close to sunrise.
Oh no! As soon as I hear him, I'm mending.
I am sprinting for the water.
Everyone can roll the long or click the long rest button.
Everybody can roll initiative again.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just gonna if I get wind that his alcohol's gone, I'm just gonna keep him poisoned.
Yeah.
Intoxicated in a
just
different
keep
way.
That'll
it.
work.
I'm just gonna keep him
I have
poisoned.
sprinted for the water, and I'm acting like I was.
We'll
like I
just
failed my watch. Like I've been
just
asleep the
replace
whole time.
one substance with another.
So
You're gonna be
Bungie,
addicted to
Couple
my
questions.
poison.
you said your alcohol is in your flask that was on your mini. I would assume you only have one flask.
It's a big flask.
I mean,
Now's the time to say you have two.
that you know of. That's the only one y'all have seen me drink out of.
Okay.
But I'd like to think Bungie has a secret supply.
Okay.
Like a
little
a
flask.
small flask.
An emergency.
Like tucked
Yeah.
away.
An emergency fireball.
Not enough for 2 days, but enough for like.
It's a fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wake up.
Yeah.
You wake up, and I'll let you decide how soon you realize that your flask is broken.
I've mended it.
Or that it's empty. Let's put it that way then.
Well, I would find out immediately because I had drank a little bit the night before going to bed, and so the first thing you would do is take a swig, take care of the dog, and I'm like, Like immediately, like I don't even notice that it's like right in front of you and not like on me, and I just like grab it.
If I can,
And I'm like,
I'll mend it and immediately drop to the ground and like roll 2 feet away.
No, you need to convince him that he drank it all last night. Yeah, he drank all of it last night.
and I'm like, well, I know I didn't black out. And then is everybody still asleep?
Oh, I'm in
I would
the water.
assume Pie and the Nook don't know what happened, so they're probably just waking up like normal.
I'm in the water, like.
Also, I will let you know at this point, the sleight of hand checks were to make sure that you didn't drop it, because instead of like giving you minuses for being drunk, I was like, let's see if you drop the thing that you really care about.
Oh, smart.
And when Samuel attacked, I
Never.
reversed the DC, and you had to roll low enough to break it. And you rolled low enough to break it.
Clever game.
I was like, this is fun because you're not trying to hit that, so let's see if you have to be bad enough to accidentally hit
He
it.
was bad enough. Yep.
You were
Don't
bad
know it
enough.
was
Just
me.
so everyone knows what happened there.
I kind of
Was it-
start like,
yeah.
thinking to myself, I'm like, okay.
The water is doing 2 things for me. Masking the fact that I'm not asleep.
Smell like
I am
alcohol.
asleep, but it's rinsed all the alcohol off of me.
Yeah, as you tried to. I imagine you also tried to like scoop it back in.
And now I'm in the water. I'm rinsing off and fake sleeping at the same time.
Well, and then I'm
Alright.
just gonna like remember that Wart was the third watch, and I'm just gonna like walk up to him in the water and kind of like,
Give me a quick investigation check as you look at your flask.
Everyone gather your things. Leave no trace.
Found this random shard of glass.
a 4.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Tell him.
Well, you can go to Wart. Yeah.
honestly,
Nothing
no.
happens for that.
Honestly, no. I'm taking a
I was
fucking
gonna say, take
chat
roll.
because I care enough about this.
That's
flask
fair.
to find out what the fuck is going on.
Oh, fuck. He's going to find some of my body
my God.
poison.
Yeah, there's a ton. They've been rolling a lot.
Depends on what he rolls.
I think that's what he's thinking.
Yeah. Y'all can thank Wart. I'm taking a 19
Okay.
for an 18. Oh no.
So you
I forgot you have a
you're
negative.
looking at your flash. You're like, what happened? Like, what could have happened? And like, you look down to where you were sleeping, like just out of disbelief, and you see a puddle of alcohol. You can smell it wafting up from the ground, of like muddy alcohol ground, and you see both Kivis's footprints and Wart's footprints next to the puddle of alcohol. With your 18.
You're right next to him.
Yeah, but your footprints go all the way to the water.
He's angry. He's
do
the
see
person
his?
there.
And then you see like a bunch more of his sprinting towards the water.
I imagine you might even see him like finishing the sprint, like.
Run away.
Catch him in the act.
Well then, with Kivis right next to me, because I forgot about that fact, I'm just gonna kind of like not like kick him hard, but like and
Nudge him awake?
Yeah, nudge him awake with my foot. And I'm not gonna like
Oh, I was sleeping
full
so
on yell at
deeply.
him, but I'm gonna like
Stern dad talk.
yeah, just like oh, what happened last night?
I hear
Last
that.
night during
Single-
first watch,
My flask, it's empty.
yeah, you drink a lot.
Not the gaslighting.
Excuse
Flask lighting.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage because he sees the alcohol on the ground.
I'm also high functioning. all right?
I have sunk below the water
You hear this?
because I can breathe underwater. I'm under
Let
it.
you know, I'll ration this for days.
I'm,
2 days.
I'm taking the hide action.
And you got a disadvantage? Yeah, I got that 20.
And a what?
What was it? Deception?
Yeah, no chat rolls on contested player rolls.
15.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20 and a 16.
Okay. Give me an insight check. I'll say with advantage because,
Yeah.
again, you saw the stuff on the ground.
Pretty's hitting his bowl.
Sounded like a doorbell for a half second.
Wait, you said a
He
perception?
knows how to get your
No,
He hits
insight.
his claws
Insight.
on the bowl.
And no chat rolls.
Yeah, no, it's a 10.
You start to doubt yourself. You're like, I mean, maybe that's not alcohol. Maybe that I just
Maybe-
peed and it
maybe I
like,
need to
smells
go
like
to
alcohol.
rehab.
You're like, maybe he's right. Maybe I did drink all of it.
As soon as I see you start doubting yourself, I'm
You listen. You find it hard to believe, and we'll say this: you don't really know what to believe. You're not sure about either.
I'd like to say this, like while I'm trying to figure it out. This is just kind of like a vibe check. I'm gonna take the secret flask out of like my waistband and take just a small sip, like the same thing I was trying to do with my tankard on my back. Tuck it back in my waist, so like I'm not like completely out, but like so like maybe you'll tell me the truth.
Yeah, I was just about to say. So you do that, and I go, oh, thank great AO. So like Kivas, I'm Kivas.
So look, Kivas did mend it.
So yeah, Kivas did mend it. Yes, he did. So Bungie, like, I don't.
Nooks, I got no idea what's going on.
So if you bait the hook like this,
I was just about to say before you said it, like, oh, the frog did it, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. He woke me up and poisoned me, and he saw it was your flask, and I tried to mend it before the alcohol could come out of it, but that was kind of a bust. And then
lawful good.
We started. No, I'm Kivas. Don't get fucked up. That's my.
What are you, lawful good?
That is my.
I love that.
So it was him. And honestly, no, probably like chaotic neutral.
Right. Well, I appreciate the honesty, and I appreciate you trying to fix my flask.
Yeah. No, I did fix it. I was trying to fix it. I fixed it.
I didn't hear any of this. I'm underwater. I'm hiding.
Do you need the headphone? No.
if it were fixed, there'd be alcohol in there.
Okay. Listen, I'm not a miracle worker.
So at that point, I'm like looking around and I don't see Wart anywhere. So
Need help finding him?
So I'm just gonna go sit just like.
A2?
So he's probably here. So I'm
Hey, tu birthday.
Sit by the shore.
I'm just gonna crisscross applesauce and just.
I will wait it out. I can breathe underwater.
I'll walk over and put my arm around you.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I just don't say anything.
I'll kind of walk up and I'll sit next to Bungie and I'll start messaging and I'll be like, "You're fucked." Fucked.
You don't know where he is.
I can breathe underwater. I'm fine.
Am I by his
honestly,
squid jerky or his
Warfling jerky.
Warfling jerky?
Oh, it's gone. I ate my Warfling jerky and I gave my other one. So
Well, good. He wants more food, so he's gonna come up eventually.
I'll fish.
This is where the
now-
campaign ends.
You guys are on a little bit of a time crunch to get this squid to the AO settlement.
I'm
Kivas would know this.
So this is how Wart's voted off of the island.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to swim. Is this actually where we are? Can I climb into that little structure that's over there?
Yeah, we'll say there's instead of like a true structure, it's mostly just like driftwood and stuff. But yeah.
How the party splits.
I'm gonna swim around stealthily under the water and come around on the other side and try to climb up into like that little there.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see where he's swimming underwater?
I'm like all the way at the bottom.
For the sake of brevity, I will say you make it onto shore. They definitely see you, but decide to let you just like do whatever you're doing, while they keep an eye on you. Where do you're coming back to the carts? I'm presuming.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sneaking around and acting like I was never in the water.
Okay.
He's wet, though.
Poison.
Well, Galadriel photo negative, dripping.
Dripping.
You can see his
Tell
wet
by your
footprints
mermaid
coming
tail.
from. Yeah.
Condensation.
You all see him. You're even staring at him as he leans up against the cart and is like, "Oh, hello."
Hi guys. what are y'all doing?
Oh, there you are. Hey, Bungie, he found him.
Frog, get over here.
No. I'm gonna stay right next to my squid.
We gotta. It's not your squid. Let's go.
I caught the squid.
Now, the two of you, it's better not to quarrel until we get where we're going. Then you can have it out. Whatever.
Well,
you
I'm
need
just
to
gonna
do.
walk over and I'm not like putting my dukes up or anything, but I will I will. I'm gonna
Pretty high.
walk up and like just put my arm around you, showing like I don't give a fuck about your poison right now.
You already rolled it.
I rolled on-
Oh, is
Passes.
that the save? All right.
He strength saved that
All
one.
right.
And I'm just gonna be like, I said we've got to talk, Frog.
No.
And you won't see the flask that I have, so you think I'm completely out.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just gonna say, no.
What happened last night while you were taking watch? Kivus over there said you fucked up my flask.
Let's walk and talk, boys.
No, what I did is fuck up the other warflings that were coming to attack us. They were in the trees.
Miss Mabel.
They were in the trees. I saved you. You didn't even know it. You're welcome.
Is this an intervention?
I didn't hear anything in the trees when I woke up.
Because they're all dead. They're gone.
We'll say you guys have started walking at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Hey, they were all gone. I took care of them. Of course, you didn't hear
Look,
anything. I
look.
woke you up after
Look,
to tell you how good I did.
I'm not gonna fight you, but
Well, I'd hope not. I did nothing wrong.
I will tell you, you are responsible
Oh, thank you. I'm a pretty responsible.
for getting me
frog.
drunk the rest of these 2 days.
I don't know what you're
Will
talking
this
about.
work? And then I'm just gonna try to like poison you and see if it gives you a hit. You can willingly fail it.
Yeah, you can willingly fail
Yeah,
it.
if
You
you
don't
I'll
have
want.
willingly fail it, and
it doesn't hit the same. You don't get the burn going
enough.
down
It's
your
like-
throat, but you do feel the similar
get the
kind of
burn on your
cognitive.
skin.
Yeah.
it's like a ginger beer.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
no alcohol, but you feel the. You feel the burn.
If anything,
0% Guinness.
it probably
Yeah.
it probably hits you specifically worse than alcohol does now because you've grown like a tolerance to alcohol.
I'm
So
not.
this
high
this
functioning
this effect impairs you a little bit worse than alcohol.
instantly.
does.
You see my like lids go like.
All right, everyone, it's time to hit the road.
And as everyone begins to move,
are we hitting
I'm gonna
it
hang
with?
back with Wart. And I'm gonna go.
The road to recovery.
Here it takes 12
I
steps.
lean over. I'm like, I hear it's a long one, fraught with danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you guys
I have tofu.
as you guys walk off with the sunrise to your backs, heading towards AO, unsure of what awaits you there.
Bet this
Very
isn't where you thought we would be.
We'll see. I'll explain in a second. As you guys walk off into the distance with the wind blowing ever faster at your face, especially now that you're rounding the edge of AO and there's less protecting you, it feels even more intense now. You don't know whether AO has sped up or, like I said, the
Just more
covering is
exposed.
more exposed. But either way, you feel a little bit more urgency, whether it is for more alcohol or to get this fish to AO. That is where we're going to end it. And I did think you guys were going to get this far. Did not think this is how we were going to end
That's
it.
what I was like. You didn't think we were going to
Yeah.
be fighting over a flask of
Yeah.
alcohol.
Well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us tonight. This is one hell of a campaign, one hell of a session. We've got 55 of you guys in the chat right now. Thank you so
Ultimate
much
race
for
for the
watching
best
along with us. Make sure to catch us next time. We'll post the next stream about a month from now. We'll continue running Wake of AO with episode 3. As we move through the adventure, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any of our other campaigns. Tune in on Monday for our special Chat Plays D&D campaign. And then next Wednesday, we're back to our regular session of The Molten Myth. It is one you're definitely not going to want to miss. So make sure to check us out then.
I have one more announcement.
Oh, what's that?
Tomorrow is a full moon.
Tomorrow is a full moon. Oh,
And it's also my late grandmother's birthday. So everyone go look at the moon for my mama.
and
It's in Cancer.
in honor of the moon and Morgan's late grandmother's birthday, I will be releasing a very big homebrew packet tomorrow.
It's really good.
For all you members out there, it has been a long time coming. Since May, it's been due, but I've been taking my sweet time in tinkering and making sure everything's balanced. So be on the lookout for that. And until next time, go out there and make some chaos. Bye.
At one point, I kept checking my phone and I was like,